me. Sucker effect, quickie, too much pressure, gimme. Girl, bring the bumper, gimme. Missy, Matty, come gimme. Sucker effect, quickie, too much pressure, gimme. Tell me now, the thing on fire. Now me love, the thing on fire. The thing on stand up, the thing on fire. Freaky girls that we love. Yeah, me love, the thing on fire. Now me love, the thing on fire. Come here, girl, let me kiss your pretty face. Freaky like a baby, just bounce your face off. Sorry for my dance, so it's not a case. Moving to leave my eyes, I have to take my shades off. Fear me no more, love. Alright, just you send it out. And I said DJ Moons, come in with the voices.
Only good vibes is the plan. This soca with the man. Turn it up, raise the heat inside this place. Bring a bottle of rum. I come here to set my mind free, and I'm not leaving till it done. I might leave here with a smallie. If it's your find another one, it's a million gal, and they want to jam. And I with the team, with we drinks in hand, cause we going up, and them gal can't stop grab me. But it's just one gal, have me mad. If you see what's on that gal when she drop, stick, stick and start to push back. If you see what's on that gal when she drop, stick, stick and start to push back. If you see what's on that gal when she drop, stick, stick and start to push back. A murder was the case. This gal have a weapon. She know exactly how to control the waste. She send me to heaven. I come here to set my mind free, and I'm not leaving till it done. I might leave here with a smallie, cause tonight I come to have fun. It's a million gal, and they want to jam. And I with the team, with the drinks in hand, cause we going up, and them gal can't stop grab me. But it's just one gal, have me mad. Boy, if you see what's on that gal when she drop, stick and start to push back. If you see what's on that gal when she drop, stick and start to push back. If you see what's on that gal when she drop, stick and start to push back. Kiss your pretty face, like a baby just spots on my face. MoMo Love, DJ Moons, Johnny up in DJ Ablazin Radio. You know it's righteous youth presenting from this. Aye. Precision. Let me rock you up. Hey, girl, how are you wine all night? Let me rock you up. Take you to a place, come let we dance all night. Let me rock you up. Just let me take you there, and girl, it's our secret. Nobody else ain't got to know. Let me rock you up. Girl, when you see a whole lot of rest, I don't know already, you might want undress. By the time that we leave in the fete, I'll be your king, you'll be my empress, yes. But even if we stay right here, I'll rock you till the morning come. I really wanna rock you to every song. I want to rock you all night. Your body's like a magnet pulling me in tight. And every time you play one more song, I must fall down, cause I came here to rock you right. Y'all just let me rock you. You should let me rock you. I want to just rock you. If it's the last thing that I ever get to do, just let me rock you up. Hey, girl, I wanna wine all night. Let me rock you up. Rolling on the road, so I wanna dance all night. Let me rock you up. Now let me rock you up. Feels like love, feels like love, feels like love. Oh yes, God, it feels like love.
Hey, happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. It is I, MoMo Love, alongside DJ Firebone 592 Sound. How you feeling out there, community? Yes. Make sure you guys download the app and listen live. Okay? You can download the app. Why can't I hear myself for some reason? You can download the app It's free, free, free. You guys know if it's free, it is definitely for me. So I want you to go right now to your Play Store. It is compatible with iPhone and Android users. So we are all up in the building. Hey, DJ Firebone, you've been doing your thing carnival style, I see.
Bless. You know,
Yes, I love it.
trying to make the people in the States feel a little welcome.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate it very much, sir. Thank you so much for getting my wine and feeling on. Hey, community, I see you out there. Thank you so much for joining us each and every single Wednesday right here on Ablazin Radio from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you haven't downloaded the app, make sure you go to the website, www.ablazinradio.com. You can listen to us live and it's interactive. And don't forget, give us a call, 240-949-2289 if you want to join the conversation. You know why? Because all month we have been talking about black love. We started off with the 5 love languages. Then we wanted to talk about dating in 2020. It's still rough out here. You know what I'm saying? Then we wanted to know, what did women really want? Now it's time for the brothers. My brothers. And some beautiful brothers they are. Tonight we're going to hear the voices of Priest, DJ Mighty, and Marcus. And they're going to break it on down about what men really want as it relates to finances, spirituality, education, politics, and definitely us women. Okay, we're gonna get on into it, but I want you to make sure you keep it locked. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna keep living on the edge with DJ Firebone 592 Sound. Get it? Got it? Good. Straight flexing on you.
Give me some of that, give me some of that, baby. I want you to know, baby, you got me crazy over you. I don't know what to do, 'cause all I want is you. Girl, it feels like love when you whine like that and you push it back on me. Feels like love, I want you bad and you give me what I need. Feels like love when time to go and you know I'm to leave. Feels like love, 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 love. Girl, it feels like love. This feels so right and I'm good for what I need. Feels like love when we hot so tight that I feel you close to me. Feels like love when time to go and you know I'm to leave. Come here, girl, let me kiss your pretty face. Like a baby just born, so your face off. Saw you from across the floor, it's like a desert. Who don't believe my eyes, I had to take my shades off. Hear me now, MoMo Love. Alright, just you sending love down the way like a flowing love.
Tell me that you really need some space, and I hear you. As long as I will not have to compete, but to share you now. Nothing can compare to my love. I know my love, it must be blind. Hope you'll change your mind for me. Don't you know?
Big up all of my family that's in Carnival right now. I hear you and feel you winding it on down the road. I love you guys. Big up yourselves.
I will be here, boy. I'll be here, boy. I will be here, boy. I'll be here, boy. I will be here, boy. Waiting for you. Ooh, ooh. Don't you know the love I got is real? And if you need me to prove it, we can make a deal. But if I turn yes, I promise I will be here, boy. I'll be here, boy. I will be here, boy. I'll be here, boy. I will be here, boy. Waiting for you. Listen here, baby. Only thing my off is my work. Obstacle is right, straight turn. Can't live with the lines unblurred. We can't live with our minds unsure. 'Cause I really, really never wanna leave you. But who know want to go out the road? Oh, oh. Boy, I really can't believe you. It is what it is. You tell me that you really need some space, and I hear you. As long as I will not have to compete or to share you, I won't share you now. Nothing can
Come talk when we come to wine. When we come to wine, come to wine. Come talk when we come to wine. When
Share it live. Share it live.
over, you know. When you whine, all heads turn. When your waistline bump, look over, you know. 'Cause you look so good. The dance turn over, you know. I don't mind you whining for yourself. Bring it over, you know. 'Cause you whine so rude. And I say no long talking. When we whine, when we whine, when we whine. Only slow dancing. Bring it back one time. Baby say no long talking. When we whine, when we whine, when we whine. Don't stop, girl, you just right side. Like how you I'm tired of the lip service. You got the wine, don't waste my time. Hey girl, I'm tired of the lip service. You got the wine, don't waste my time. I'm tired of the lip service. Why nobody girl move those hips? When you wine, see me heart stop skip. So me say come closer to me, closer to me. Skin raised when I touch your body. Come closer to me, closer to me. DJ play girl, wine your body. Come closer to me, closer to me. Yeah. Skin raised when I touch your body. Come closer to me, closer to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sober, you know. When you wine, it goes up to my head. Can't get over, you know. Cause you wine so good. You put on a show, yeah, you know. The other guys, they ask if I need help, but I got control, yeah, you know. Cause I'm a rude boy too. And I say no long talking. When we wine, when we wine, when we wine. Only slow.
Body wet up, wet girl, ready man them prefer.
Come here girl, let me kiss your pretty face. Like a baby just born, so your face. Saw you from across the road, it's like a laser. You won't believe my eyes, I have to take my shades off. We are in a MoMo Love. Alright, just you sending love down the way like a flowing down. And I say DJ boys, come here with the voices and all these and listen. Righteous you present.
Body wet up, wet girl, ready man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby.
What you call that sauce? Kinda wine make man what it cause. Cause them want me single, single. Them man want to mingle, mingle.
Where you are? Loose this. Want to taste some sweet, sweet juice. Hey, I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride. Splash.
Body wet up, wet girl with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash. Body wet up, wet girl with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby.
Everywhere you see me, I bet some men looking dreamy. I bet you see in this steam there, and this walking my tail.
What you like? Looseness? Want to somebody juice it? I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride.
Body wet up, wet girl, ready man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash. Body wet up, wet girl, ready man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash.
What you call that sauce? Kinda wine make man what it cause. Cause them want me single, single. Them man want to mingle, mingle.
Where you are?
Free for the hot girl, never be put celebrity. Girl, you can't stop them. When you dance, when you touch, girl, yes, you turn it up. Oh, yeah. All the goodies that you got, girl, like is a candy shop. Hey, yo, hey, sweetness. The way you're rolling, the way you're rolling. Mash up this into pieces. Turn it up.
Whining red woman, whining red girl, whining red woman, whining red girl, whining red woman, whining. Is that a scene? Is that a scene?
Shake it up non-stop. Shake it up, make it jump up. Shake it up non-stop. Get up on the ground there for me. Hey girl, let me join it. That body look good for the climate. You got the thing all the man them want. You got the thing all the man them want. Hey girl, mix it up, my friend. Wind it up, girl, you top man. Give me chills, I scream in a cup. Sweet just like sour
It's a snack. It's a something fact. Strictly facts. From front or the back. One big girl's team. It's a snack. It's a scene. Every carnival. And it's that. It's a different kind of vibe. You see the girl them a wine and bubble all night. A different kind of style. See the girl them a wine and bubble all night. To me, oh my. See the girl them a wine and bubble all night. To me, oh my. In 4, 3, 2. Real girl whining, real woman whining. Real girl whining, real woman whining. Real girl whining, real woman whining. Is that a scene? Is that a scene?
Come in.
Watch me wine and bend over. Now wine up me body if you not play no soca. Fling me all on the sofa. Now wine pon the thing if you not play no soca. Me had enough for the M&M, so me come Trinidad for we double M. Yeah, me already wet for the puddling. The 5-star room for the cuddling. It's a different kind of style. Knees pon the ground and face pon the tile. It's a different kind of wine. You not drink nothing but you This young girl love the wickedest wine for me. Oh my. 4, 3, 2, real girl whining, real woman whining.
bones, come in with the voices, you know what I mean? On the music radio, it's righteous.
I'm on my way. Somebody say party, I go be there. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Yeah. If you stay a little longer, it will get a little stronger. You don't even have to wonder, where's that? Hold me tight now, hold me tighter. We gon' make the vibes much brighter. This go be a real all-nighter. Turn up the rhythm, turn up the we can eat till everything done. We cannot even know that where we come from. We just lock down the tongue. Ties how I live it. Ties all I need. Yeah. And everything is guaranteed when you a VIP. Party like a celebrity. VIP. None of them could get on like we. VIP. Show them your personality. VIP. I want to see you go step to me. Cause I in charge of the game. None of them could touch him in there. I know I could put them to shame. Learn to play the game. All of them who looking for fame. I know I could put them to shame. As a very important party, as a very important party, a very important party, as a very important party. Just wind back a little harder. Take a sip to make you gladder. I know you could get on better than that. Hold me tight now, hold me tighter. We gon' make the vibes much brighter. This go be a real all-nighter. So turn up the rhythm, turn up the we can eat till everything done. We cannot even know that where we come from. We just lock down the tongue. That's how I live it. That's all I need. And everything is guaranteed. VIP. Party like a celebrity. VIP. None of them could get on like we. VIP. Show them your personality. VIP. I want to see you go step to me. Cause I in charge of the game. None of them could touch him in there. I know I could put them to shame. Learn to play the game. All of them who looking for fame. I know I could put them to watch me, I come to get on bad. And if you vex then I'm sorry. It's like every fet have the number to my cell phone. Back and I let's call me, and I cannot say no. Device can't done. Device can't done. Device can't done. Device can't done. Device can't. Plenty jamming in the session. Plenty rum to ease the tension. 20 man, 100 woman. Oh gosh, device can't done. Well, the music is everything, it's taking over me and driving me crazy, leading me on a string, I dirty and I'm walking up, winding up like a madman, and I ain't stopping, so please, girl, if you have a problem, then go and call the police. It's like I on the highway, heading to the
Come here, girl, let me kiss your pretty face, like a baby just bounce on your face, like something from another place. Just sweet, sending you down your way like a flowing down. And that's a DJ Bones, come in with the vibes.
See, I was holding on. See, I was holding strong. See, I was holding on for better days. See, I was holding on. See, I was going strong. See, I was holding on for better days. I don't have no time to stray. Yeah, I had this thing from birth. Mama done tell me already. I got this thing from earth. Mother nature beautiful. I got to wake up this thing, put it on stereo. I want you know. It's the thing, Kaya. say Django retire. See, I was holding on. See, I was holding strong. See, I was holding on. See, I was holding on. See, I was going strong. See, I was holding on.
Happy Hump Day!
She had the thing I love. And where she from, I don't know. Rock she wears and go low. Pick up the place like a dojo. So what you say, what you say, what you say? Pretty girl, when you come my way. Now what you do, what you do, what you do? I must get through. Girl, roll up now, you show me that wine. Turn around, girl, don't be shy. Hello, 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 hello.
I hope y'all are doing wonderful and fine on this rainy Wednesday. It's Community Voices with your girl MoMo Love alongside DJ Firebone, and we thank you so much for rocking with us this Wednesday. Yes, we are going to get the conversation started shortly. Tonight we are talking about what do men really want. I don't think they know any more than maybe some of us women, but we'll find out. DJ Firebone on the ones and twos. Make sure you download the app or listen to us on the website, www.ablazinradio.com. You know it is where entertainment lives.
All night we jamming.
All night we jamming, y'all. All night.
Yeah, say she sweet like a mango. She play the thing like a banjo. Them other girl them don't know how she clap the thing like a go-go. Lad, so what you say, what you say, what you say? Sexy girl, when you come my way. Now what you do, what you do, what you do? I must get through. Girl, roll up now, you show me that wine. Turn around, girl, don't be shy. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, so girl, I love how the way you blow my mind. Hold me tight and bring down wine. Hello, 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 hello.
Carnival Twiggy.
Every crew have to have a plan. Must avoid any confusion.
Y'all, this was supposed to be my year, but that's okay. That's okay.
See them girl bust the door. We don't want to test that we're responsible for. Push back your bumper, bottom galore. That's what we come here for. What you come here for? I come to wine and go down. I come to wine and go down. What you come here for? Wine and go down. Wine and go down. What you come here for? I come to wine and go down. I come to wine and go down. What you come here for? Wine and go down. Wine and go down. You could bring the drinks, you could bring the money, you could bring a case of alcohol for we, but we go bring the bumper to the party. We go bring the bumper to the party. You could bring the ice, you could bring the tickets, you could bring a cooler full up, no limits, and we go bring the bumper to the party. We go bring the bumper to the party.
Come here, girl, let me kiss your pretty face off. Like a baby just born, so your face off. Saw you from across the floor, it's like a desert. Who don't believe my eyes, I had to take my shades off. Fear me no MoMo Love, a righteous youth sending love down the way like a flowing down. And I said DJ Bones, community voices, you know what I mean? And I'm blazing the radio, you know it's righteous youth presenting. Aye, aye.
Push back your bumper, bottom galore. That's where we come here for. What you come here for? I come to wine and go down. I come to wine and go down. What you come here for?
So it's one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready and four to go. Hey, 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 girl, give me the money, wine, girl. 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 US dollars, you got this spot. Can't shake your phone 'cause you got no fun. Raise up your hand and bust a money shot. Your wine worth a lot, so let me say. Y'all pull up that brings truck. Asking the fabulous link up. Me and you together, y'all sing up. You want the target, me have the sling shot. Rap the bank, I think. Now give me permission, sign on the ink spot. Bumper is like king tut. You want the general 'cause you think shot. Girl, come wine for me. Open your treasury. I need your currency. Don't stop, girl. Give me all I'm done. Give me the money, wine, girl. 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 US dollars, you got in stock. Can't shake your phone 'cause you got no for that. Raise up your hand and bust a money shot. Your wine worth a lot, so what me say? Give me the money, wine, girl. 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 Euro dollars, you got in stock.
I know you're watching, now I'm walking up my ways. My body good, you wanna bet me for a pace. You wanna hold me down and lock me up for days. But please, I want it. I want you. And I could tell you want me to. I feel you. I could feel your love and pushing through. Just say you want me to. You need to. The way you wind up on me. The way you push up on me. The way you twist up on me. I could tell that you want me. The way you bend your back and push back and bubble up and wind up. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. And I like it like this, just like this. And I like it like this, just like this. I like it like this, just like this. I like it like this, just like this. I like it 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 like this. It feels so good to know you love it too. I feel I go keep you. Nobody ever made me feel like this. No, maybe but I swear. The way you wind up on me, the way you push up on me, the way you twist up on me, I can tell that you want me. The way you bend your back and
Boy, we don't have no behavior. Total disorder. Don't cross the border. Don't cross the border. Bartender, hurry up with my order. Boy, the whole place get turned over. Can't play mass if you're afraid powder. Everybody know every time we touch them splinters. Dance mash up. Fine, yo, Holland pull up. Mash it, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start whining splinters. Dance mash up. Fine, yo, Holland pull up. Mash it, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start whining. No, they can't drink like we. None of them can't fit like we. Can't have energy like we. Full of stamina, full of vibes like we. Vibes up from the time that we reach. Drinks up, no limit.
girl, trust that too. Ain't Panaman, no, look back at him. Hold on, selector, pull it up again. Lost my friend, them, I can't find them. But that ain't nothing, I still singing the anthem. Oh, we don't have no behavior. No, we don't know what their behavior. Right now, drinks flowing like water. I see me cup run it over. I wobbling, but me head on my shoulder. Party time, we say what me sober. Boy, we staggering, boy, we mad again, boy, triple again. So let we sing again. Boy, we don't have no behavior. Total disorder.
Come here, girl, let me kiss you, sticky face. Like a baby just born,
If
so
you
your
ready to
face
wine, say
Sorry,
ready,
from across the
ready,
globe, it's like a laser. Who
If
do
you ready
believe
to
my eyes, I got to
wine,
get my
say
shades
ready, ready,
Here in the moment,
ready, ready,
just
ready,
sing it
ready,
loud.
ready.
And I say you
Ready,
do.
ready, ready, ready. Mama touch the road. Caro y me mama touch the road. Caro y me mama touch the road. I'm a jiggle it, I'm a jiggle it, I'm a jiggle it. Mama touch the road. I'm a jiggle it, I'm a jiggle it, I'm a jiggle it, I'm a jiggle it. Girl, you a champion, my girl, you a champion.
Well, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I don't know why I feel like I can't hear myself in these headphones, but hey, y'all, welcome back. It's Community Voices with your girl, MoMo Love, alongside DJ Firebone. We are on, or he's on the ones and twos doing his thing, Carnival style.
What up?
Big up all of my Carnival goers. I'm so jealous. We're here in the States, in the rain, but that's okay. We love y'all just the same. We don't want y'all to be sending y'all pictures of all y'all beautiful bodies and all y'all costumes over here. But big up yourselves anyway. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. So you know it's Community Voices with your girl, MoMo Love. As I told you guys, we have been talking about Black love this month. You know, we've been trying to get the unity and the love back. With special love editions, we've been talking about the 5 love languages. Big up DJ Mighty and Miss Trini for giving us their 5 love languages on that show. And then we talked about dating in 2020. That thing is a hard thing. All right. And I want to big up Imran Brown and Ms. Nookie, which can be heard each and every Thursday on Irish and Chin with her own love language show. I don't know the name of it, so I'm going to make sure I say it right. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find out, and I'm going to get it right for you guys. But make sure you follow Miss Nookie and get some tips on how to, do the thing right. That's what it's all about, Black love, right? And then I want to big up my ladies from last week. We talked about what do women really want. To big up Pinky, big up Patty, big up Mimi, and big up Queen Kiki. They were in the house representing, and we boxed bones out because we wanted to just hear from the ladies.
Yeah, they was hating, man.
We were not hating because you know why? Tonight's the night. For us to find out what men really want. And here to help us do that is none other than Mr. Priest himself. Welcome, sir.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Isn't that a nice, lovely voice? He is not shy by any means. And we just going to get on started. Bones going to go join the conversation until our other guests arrive because we want to go ahead and get it popping. Priest, where are you from?
I live in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. Pull the mic a little bit closer to you.
Been there for last few years.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland.
How is Baltimore, Maryland?
You see the news.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is on the news.
Okay. Which part do you live in?
I live in Owens Mills. So.
Is that close to the city or?
It's the county.
Okay. Because, Baltimoreans, y'all act like y'all live in a different state. I'm from B-More.
It is different.
It's Maryland.
It's Maryland.
What's the difference?
Totally different.
Totally different.
What's the difference?
I guess it's like, PG County is
Prince George's County.
Prince George's County is Prince George's County, and then it's the rest of the world.
Oh, my goodness. Is that how it is?
That's how it goes.
All right, well, we'll leave it there because I don't know if I'll ever understand. You know, I'm a kumbaya kind of girl, and I just want us all to get along. You live in Maryland, I live in Maryland. We're Marylanders, all right? So, you know, we always talk about, or we always want to know, or we think we know what men want, or, you know, we as women anyway, we say we think we know what men want, and then we say they don't know what they want. Do you think most of y'all know what y'all want?
In 2020, I don't think anybody really knows what they want. It's always an assumption.
Okay. Always an assumption on whose part?
On both.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, everybody wants to be right. So the standards are just ridiculous. Men say they want a beautiful woman, and beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
True
so
that.
What's beautiful to you might not be beautiful to somebody else.
True.
So just your standard. What do you like? What are you into?
And that's funny that you say that. What's your standard? What do you like? Were you raised with both of your parents?
Yes.
Are your parents still together?
Yes.
Wow. That's nice.
39 years in June.
Wow. So what was your concept of relationships or woman?
My dad was the breadwinner. He provided, and my mother just took care of home. So, but that's different though. It's not the same. So we're talking like 1970, 1980.
Right.
So, my mother cooked. My father painted the house and stuff like that.
They had those traditional gender roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
How did that affect your view of family?
It made it almost impossible to live up to, because as times change, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So for me growing up, my mother, like I said, my mother cooked. When my father got home from work,
Dinner was ready. Yeah.
We couldn't eat until my dad got home.
Ooh, that was real. That was serious right there.
So,
That was serious right there.
Now it's not even like that.
Yeah.
We would sit down and eat dinner, and there was no television on in the kitchen or none of that.
We had conversations. Interesting.
Now, there's a television in every room of the house.
Yeah. You don't even need a phone. A television. You can use your phone.
Use your phone.
Right.
The cooking aspect of it, there's no family time now. And that was a major thing for me. I always wanted it to be family because that's what I saw. I saw family, and the black family just isn't like it was then, like it is now. So.
Yeah. Bones, did you grow up with both of your parents?
I grew up with my grandma.
Okay.
But I had that love. It wasn't missing.
You said your dad, or you had that?
I grew up with my grandma. Both parents was out of the house.
Okay.
But I wasn't missing no love.
Okay.
At all.
Grandma held it down.
Grandma
But what was your view of family? Like, what did you think your concept of family was?
Blood is always thicker than water.
Well, that's an ideal.
Yeah, but I was raised by, when I was coming up, my grandmother was already in like her, 70s, going in her 80s. So I still had that strong, like blood no matter what, and respect, even if they're 2 months older than you still had to show that respect. So it was all about family, knowing your role in that family. And it was just myself and a female cousin. So I got all the love that I could have got as a young man and boy growing up in a household with two females, young and old. So I kind of had, I would say, the best of both worlds, because I had my grandma mentality, and I saw my cousin doing things, so it was like I still had that street knowledge of my own, because my dad passed away when I was young. So I was my own man from a very young
You had
age.
to learn how to be. Yeah. And going into that, Priest, do you feel that your parents had separate but distinct roles in developing you as a man?
Oh, no doubt. I always laugh and I joke because everybody says it takes a village to raise a child. So I saw it, like he said about his grandmother. My grandmother was a major influence, and to my father, my father looked to his mother, my mother to her parents. So all of that just trickles down, and you would think that, whatever they saw, they put it in me. So I like to look at them, and whatever I learned from them is the man that I am now, good and bad.
Yeah.
Now, everybody has their own vices.
You got to go through your own course.
So looking at them and knowing what I know now, I think I'm a great person.
Okay.
Because of this.
Okay. How did you view women? Seeing as how your mom raised you all your life, your dad didn't have a revolving door. So how did you view women initially? Like, did you think that the woman, and not to say that your mom did not, was the stay-at-home mom, cooked and clean, barefoot and pregnant? Was that your view or concept of woman?
Not at all. Not at all. My mother, to me, has always been a strong woman. So that's what I thought a woman would be. I mean, looking at my mom, that's your ideal perception of what a woman would be. Granted that there are some loose women out here.
Right.
There are, different type of women. But for me, my mother, strong black woman, strong, beautiful black woman. She did it. She held it down. So I thought that's my perception of a woman. Somebody that's going to hold them down, hold your husband down, your boyfriend down, or whatever your male companion or companion at all. Just somebody that's going to hold you down. It's going to be your backbone. They say behind every strong black man or behind every strong man, there's a strong woman.
Right.
So that's it. A strong woman.
And so conversely, Bones, with your grandmother being the one raising you, did you find that you had an older values, older morale, older mentality? Like, do you think your ethics are different because, you had a lady raising you that was at least 20, 25, 30 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
And so how did that shape your concept of women and how you viewed women?
It's not like loyalty. Like, my grandma is this loyalty, love, trust. And like, one thing I've learned since I've moved to the States is like how I was raised, money wasn't this glue to everything. It was in the circle, but it wasn't the glue. Mm-hmm. In America, money's the glue to everything because it seems like even if you don't have $1, people don't want to deal with you. So it's like the difference, I had to understand like the difference in value and perspective of life. Even I had to learn a whole different way of life at 17 coming to this country because it was like from 17 down, that installment was like, whoa, this is nothing like what I grew up.
What you're used to, what you grew up
but
with. Mm-hmm.
That's what kept my core value intact because it was like, if I wasn't raised like that, I think I would have been so lost in America because it was like so much freedom. Mm-hmm. It was like, 17, what am I going to do with this?
And it's interesting that you say that because here you are, 17 years old in America, and you have great home training, but then it's like you're out into the wolves. And so I want to go back to Priest because you had a dad that was in your home to kind of guide you through manhood or becoming a man, so you can be able to navigate out in this world. What lessons do you still hold today?
So my dad has always been the guy who everything is a lesson. I mean, whatever you do, good or bad, is always a lesson. So if you stick your hand on a hot stove, you learned your lesson.
Right.
If you do it again, that's on you.
Right.
My father's always, told us that you have to go to work. I owe, off the work I go. Mm-hmm. You always got to go to work. So my hard work, my drive, that's what my dad gave me. Mm-hmm. Hard work and drive. Because if you don't work, then there's nothing to recoup at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So stories and, just listening to my father and watching him be the man that he was and that he is, just working. That's it. Pretty much hard work,
Yeah.
It'll pay off.
Hard work will pay off. And, it's funny because, not funny, but it's always said that single women, quote unquote, can't raise boys to be men.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Okay.
It's like
I want to talk to you about it. I want to talk to Bones about that because your grandmom raised you. What male figures were in your life to help guide you? And why do you not believe that a single woman can raise a boy to be a man?
I won't say it to be a man. You can teach him how to be a gentleman or how to respect a woman.
Okay.
But to be a man, you gotta learn that on your own, and it has to actually have men in your life to teach you certain things about what men the way you're supposed to react to things, the way it's like, For instance, if my son is running and he fell and scraped his knee, you might see a little blood, you might not. Is there any broken bones? No. Yo, go play. Keep on doing what you're doing. You might see a little blood. Guess what? You're going to learn how to run after that.
Because there's a lesson,
and
right?
You're going to learn to use your eyes while you're running after that.
Okay.
As long as there's no broken bones, you good to go.
But you feel that women can.
Yes, I do. And I have a lot of friends that, have just grew up in a one parent household that turned out fine. I don't expect a woman to teach her son how to shave or to,
That's what,
can a woman show him how to shave? Of course, women shave too.
True.
But,
Right.
there's certain things that when you're going against the grain, going with the grain, it's little things.
Right.
I don't expect my mother to teach me how to change a tire. There's always a male presence around, be it an uncle or an older cousin. There's always somebody. So, yeah, shouts out to the single moms, to the
respect.
Much respect to them that have raised men to be men. It's got to be tough because there's certain things that you do not know as a woman,
right?
To teach or to train your son to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it doesn't lessen you as a man.
No, it doesn't.
Because your mother is the one who basically probably showed you how to tie your tie
right.
and showed you to shave and the lessons that she learned. Her father then taught her some things
right.
that, of course, she can teach her son how to do.
Okay. Good information to have. Joining us, you guys, you have heard him before. He is back again. DJ Mighty is on the mic. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
I'm so glad that you are here. We got to get this camera adjusted. Yeah, you made it. You here? You here. Let me get Ablazin to adjust this camera. So, Mighty, I'm going to bring you up to speed. We were just talking about how, where we were from. And a lot of the community do know who you are, where you're from, and all of these things. And we were talking about what do men really want. And we were just, oh, hi. We were just kind of talking about being in a two-parent household.
Okay.
You're in a two-parent household, or you grew up in a two-parent household?
I was fortunate enough, yeah.
And so how did that provide your view on family?
I think, I had a positive outlook on family because my mom and dad actually, I guess they were a typical regular relationship, fights, disagreements, but they were a team. I mean, I really did have like a white picket fence.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not, in a Jamaican sense, though, you got to understand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
So with that being said, I have a positive outlook on relationship because I've seen it work.
Okay.
And I've seen how a man actually, what role a man should take in a relationship. You know what I mean? Because I believe there's certain roles.
Okay. True. Well, we were getting ready to get into that. You wanted to comment on?
I wanted to touch on something when he was saying about fights. I wanted to ask you a question. Did they do it in front of you?
Oh, yeah. What you mean?
Because I was raised by my grandmother. And one thing she installed in me is that adult business should never be conducted in front of kids. Fights and stuff like that shouldn't be. And I see the new generation does it because what it does, it pans out that kid or children or child to like favorite either the father or the mother, because whoever gives in to the child, they be like, well, I was arguing, but I know who give in to me, so that's who I'm gonna keep running to. So,
I mean, I get that whole theory of it sounds good to me. But at the end of the day, when you mad, you mad. I'm gonna be mad later on. I'm gonna talk. Nah, man. Look, I feel as if and because it's kind of sidebar, but I feel as if when there's a certain amount of passion, there's certain guidelines and boundaries, and they get crossed a little bit. You might pull it back some because you go, oh shoot. You see your kid looking up at you like, what you about to do, Dad, for real? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you pull it back and be like, all right, let me chill. You know what I'm saying?
And that's interesting, talking about children visualizing or hearing those, because I think most of us grew up where children stay in a child's place, right? Adult business is adult business, but when parents get to slanging some words about whatever their passion is, whatever that fight is, I mean, you just gonna have to run from cover, sit at the top of the steps with your eyes wide open and just see what's going to happen.
I learned to spell some of the bad words growing up by listening to the adults spell. Because it's like they want to talk, but they don't want to say the word out. So it was always sugar, honey, iced tea.
Right.
It's like, I learned to spell the bad words by listening to them talk and not wanting me to hear certain words and them spelling. I'll be like, I go spell it. I'll be like, wait. Like y'all are saying S-H-I-T. Like, what's sugar, honey, iced tea has to do with it?
They
like,
got it all. That was part of the education.
It was a
it was part of the education.
Also.
And speaking of education, what do men want as it relates to education? I mean, do you, for those of you who have gone to college, I mean, do you regret not focusing, or even just high school? Do you regret not focusing, or focusing on your studies more? Do you wish you could do a certain part over? What do men look for in education, Mighty?
I think you might not want to talk to me about this.
Why?
Because I feel strongly about this.
Okay.
What we focus on, I think we focus on what everybody focuses on, and that's the problem. We focus on the wrong thing, because I'm gonna go there. As a black man, there's more to focus on when you're talking about education. It's always a caveat with us. I feel like there's always more to it. You get what I'm saying?
Break it down.
For instance, I graduated with a Bachelor of Science, right?
Okay.
The next man graduated with a Bachelor of Science. But because he graduated a Bachelor of Science, that's good for him. But now I need to get a certification with that Bachelor of Science, just so I can get what he has. You get what I'm saying? And this is real. I mean, I've experienced
it's everyday life.
So I'm just saying, like,
the education is good.
It's good.
But you still have to work just as hard.
Right. And then on top of that, we haven't even been introduced yet.
I know.
You feel me? Because we're going to rap today. The other thing on top of that is this thing, I don't know about you guys, when growing up, it was always pushed that, you go to school, you go to grade school, go to high school, then go to college, right? That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily it. You know what I'm saying? Like, college might be the thing
for
you.
Everybody.
Right.
But, being a master electrician might be the thing for me, or being a, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or being a radio host might be it, or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen in the last 10 years or so, the most successful people that we've seen in the public eye, I don't know if they have college education.
Or at least completed them. Or at least completed them.
They ain't completed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen.
Priest.
I just had this conversation the other day. College is not for everybody. And for me, my biggest regret is going to college.
Wow.
For me, I just wanted to graduate high school. Like, my cousins was, most of them were dropping out and they was doing whatever they were doing. But for me, I just wanted to graduate high school, and then that was going to be it.
Okay.
My dad, on the other hand, had different plans for me. It was, you're going to college. So I go to college. I hate it, but I was always willing to learn. So the best part about the college was the learning experience.
Okay.
But knowing what I know now, I'd have been a plumber or an electrician. Well, plumbing might not be for me because of some of the things they do.
Right.
But HVAC, oh yeah, heating and air conditioning, that's what I would have done.
Okay.
I don't take what I got from college lightly. It was work. It's hard work, and I appreciate the things that I learned, the people that I met.
That social studies class was, man, it's doing wonders for me right now.
Man.
How about it?
True. That history course, man. Oh, man, I don't know what I would have did without it.
And what I do now for a living,
Esau.
I don't use any of the stuff that
You
I
don't use
learned,
any of it.
You know?
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, I'd have done something totally different. A trade.
Facts.
I pump a lot of trade into my kids throughout the community. Trade, man, and the trade is dying. You know, there's not a lot of people out here that's doing plumbing, electrician. A lot of my guys now are getting like CDLs and you know.
What about garbage trucks? Do we? Is that still a
Oh,
reputable
It
job?
is, but
You make money at that, right?
Good money.
You got to put in that work if you want to be up.
Sanitation.
5, 6
Sanitation, right? I have a friend that actually does that, and he's he's to the point where he's trying to get his own fleet of trucks.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So
there's money in trash.
There's money in trash.
Yeah, sanitation.
Right.
So your idea of education, Bones, or you know, what do men want in your opinion as far as education is concerned? Or do you agree with the gentleman that, you know, college is not always it?
We don't want a ditzy. And it's like, when I say a ditzy, it's like not just a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. No, you gotta have street sense just as much as you got book sense. Like, you could know your book like you know the Bible, and you go in the street and you might hear certain slangs or words, and then you're like completely lost, and that's just going to show your greenness to the street.
Okay, so you're talking about as it relates to women. I'm talking about as it relates to you as a man.
That's what I want. I want a woman that knows the streets.
You do. What's your idea of education for yourself?
My idea of education is just knowing facts.
Yeah.
Period. Not just going to school, but knowing
college
facts.
may not have been for you. Did you go to college?
Halfway through.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then I went to music school. Like, I'm a certified engineer and producer.
Okay.
But unless I tell people that, they won't know.
Of course.
The only thing I do when it comes to music is DJ, which I love that. But I got to feel in post-production. Certified.
Now, you guys went to school, you got certifications, but somewhere along the way that profession changed, right? Was that due to life or the obstacles that you have to have more certifications than the next man?
Right. It you know, I mean, you adjust, you learn that game. Mm-hmm. It's all a game, and you learn that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think it just gets to a point. You get to a point in life where, do you want to play it anymore?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You get to a point in life where you go, okay, but what do I really want? Mm-hmm. What do I want for myself? You get to a crossroads. I'm here in my life right now. In the next, then you start to do the goal thing. Like, in the next 5 years, where I want to be, where I want to see for myself. You know, some people are like, yo, I got to have bread. I got to be popping bottles. You know, some people are like, man, I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Some people are like, whatever I do, I just want to be happy in what I do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think for me, I'm more or less, I just want to enjoy what I do. I want my job. I want to love my job, right? Mm-hmm. I want to love when someone asks, what is it, DJ Mighty, that you do? Or I want to be able to sit them down and say, you got a minute?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I got a lot to tell you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be like, man, you know, it's a lot of times when people don't like what they do, the first thing they do is they sigh.
Yeah.
Right?
Man.
Right.
That place. The plantation.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I hate I hate my job. I love what I do.
That's the difference.
And I'm not knocking the job. It's just that it's a job. It is still the plantation, no matter what.
Yeah.
How you looking?
Unless it's your own, right?
Unless it's your own. So I always laugh and joke, and everybody says, well, if they was paying $200 an hour to pick cotton, would you go pick cotton? I would be a cotton picking person.
Yeah, it's $200.
$200 an hour. But everybody yells at me because
It's funny.
it's like you're just doing it for the money. So the older I got, the job that I have now was because of the money. It allows me to pay my bills. It allows me to be comfortable. It allows me to pop my bottles. And I'm only there to
Pay
pay my
like that's
bills,
what you're
to
doing.
live my life.
Right.
If something else came along that was better, would I rather work at 20 McDonald's to make the same amount of money that I do now, yeah, of course. If it's gonna take the stress off of me,
there you go.
Help me live a little bit longer. It's just about the stress.
Yeah, we talk about quality of life.
Quality of life.
Right,
So
right.
for me, I just work there because the check is good and it's always there every 2 weeks.
Right.
You know, so you got guys out there that's in the streets that now the risk is more than the reward, because now we're talking about being in the streets. You go to jail. You can. No, I want to get up in the morning. I'm gonna put my shoes on and I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna punch in. And when it's time for me to get off, I'm gonna punch out.
As mad as I am.
So can we talk about something for a minute? You know, because I see guys talking about they don't want to work, or they're not hiring. They don't want to work as this. What are we saying to our brothers who won't take a McDonald's job, who won't take a cotton picking job for $200 an hour because I ain't picking no cotton, you know? But what do we say to the brothers who are picking and choosing where they want to work? Don't nobody want to touch that.
$15 an hour. If you find a hustle that could give you that without punching somebody clock, then go for it.
Me, I'm saying get up and go to work.
Facts.
I have met a lot of people that say the same thing. I can't find a job. And then I ride past, and of course, McDonald's has a sign in there that says McDonald's is hiring. You know, minimum wage don't went up. I remember working at minimum wage was like $4.
Yeah.
And then when they got to $7, it was like, woo!
I remember
we making money.
$7.79, $7.30.
So those type of guys that's saying they can't get a job, they're not really looking. They're probably already doing something else.
Okay.
And they just don't really want to say what they're doing. It's plenty of people hiring. You can get a job doing any and everything. And right now, where I live in Baltimore, we having problems now with these kids that say they can't get a job. They doing this and doing that, and they make great money doing what they're doing and not going to school. So it's plenty of jobs out there, and somebody's hiring. It's just a matter of what do you want to do. Now, I'm not saying sell yourself short. You got to know what your worth is. If you are a professor and you have 10 years of schooling and you've got a PhD, of course I'm not going to McDonald's because they're hiring. So you got to pretty much know your worth. If you're that guy and you know what you have and you have the credentials and you have the certificates, you're not going to.
We're not talking about that guy.
Right. So we're not talking about that guy.
No.
But
I'm not going to take a cashier job.
No disrespect, but we're not talking about that guy.
I'm glad you mentioned it.
Uber, all of those type of places.
I've known people who quit their 9 to 5 literally and went drive for Uber or Lyft, because it's like at the end of the day, you set your own schedule. You ain't got to worry about nobody bugging you. Look,
Mighty, go ahead and get it out, because
I'm be real with y'all. I'm doing what I want to do. McDonald's could be hiring all they want to be hiring. I'm not working there at all.
Because you're doing something now.
No, not even that.
It's just
not even that. I agree with you. And there's a 1,020,000 ways to make money.
Right.
And I'm talking about legal money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything I'm talking about is legal. Okay.
Me too.
All right. So let's get that out.
Let's get that disclaimer
right
out there.
Right. But I'm just not gonna do what I don't want to do. Like, y'all can judge me all y'all want. Y'all can be like, man, you've been looking for a job for a year now. McDonald's is hiring Chick-fil-A. You only gotta work on Sundays if you work at Chick-fil-A. True. But I'm still not working it.
Is it the status for you? Is it the clout? I mean, what is it?
It's not the status. It's not the clout. I don't want to sound away, but I'm gonna have to sound away. What you said? You know your worth.
Yeah.
Right. I know what level I'm supposed to be on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep striving, and I'm gonna keep humping and hitting the ground hard, trying to find that job that I'm supposed to be at. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
So for the guys like you, which I do not think that there's anything wrong with those guys, right? Like you. who know their worth and will wait until that comes. What are you doing in the meantime? Because you got to feed yourself. You got to look good. You look good over there, Marty.
It's 120 ways. It's 120 ways.
And you know, women are right now. We're kind of leading. When it comes to small businesses. How are my brothers getting together making these small businesses?
We're not.
We're not, and it's still hard for us to walk into a bank to get a small business loan.
Well, not even a business loan. First of all, women
or the knowledge to know.
Women can come together. Women can put $20 together
and do something with it
and make it work. I could ask you for $20. You'd be like, I ain't giving this joker my $20.
Even if you got 40 in your pocket.
Facts. I'm not giving this guy $20.
That's how it's the mentality,
women,
man.
They'll take that $40 and they will buy some fingernail polish. They be selling fingernail polish, or they be doing nails. They gonna find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Us as guys, as the fellas, the brothers, we ain't. Look, if you give me 20, I'm gonna put my 20, and we gonna make 60. Well, we gotta split it down the middle. I get 25, and you gonna get the We all. It's not even. It's not a level playing field. Brothers don't respect other brothers. And it's just tough to make it work when you got two different guys. You got guys. Everybody wants to be the alpha male. Right. Nobody wants to just be the male.
But you can get a hustle on.
You can get a hustle.
Yeah.
You can get a hustle on. And it could be legitimate. Yeah. DJing.
What I did. I had a 9 to 5 for how long? And I just stopped. Started DJing full time.
What background you have?
I was going to say everybody don't have that skill though, right? You got to have that skill. You got to have to want something.
I didn't have that first. Skill per se, but not everybody have that platform to fall back on. Not everybody could be like, you know what, I'm about to quit my job and do what I want.
That's called planning.
That's called drive.
That's called drive. But yeah, that's called. I mean, because you know, my father used to always say, don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Right?
True.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like you put all your eggs in one basket either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You find different things you can do. You know what I mean? And perfect it.
Yeah.
To a point where you can make money from it. So, just because you're a professor, right, doesn't mean that I don't know. I mean, you can't be a DJ as well at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like that's what I think the fellas we need to do. We just need to get different hustles. Find a hustle.
And more than one. And make it work.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because working along with another man probably is not going to work because we too greedy.
Okay. Egos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But we also want that, even if it's just one person, to be like, all right, I see your vision. I'm going to rock with you, instead of being like, why don't you do this or what? Because
that's for me, few and in between, though.
For most of my life, it was like pleasing family, making sure I do right for because of my upbringing. It was always putting everybody else before myself. And like after I had my son, it was like, you know what? Him, me. But in that order, is God, him, then me. And everybody else is like, everybody else is tuned out.
Thank you for segueing into children. All of you have children?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How has that changed your outlook on, one, yourself, and two, how you maneuver in this thing called life? Priest? How many kids you have?
I don't like your question. Man.
I have 2 kids.
Two boys, girl and boy?
I have a daughter and I have a son. My daughter will be 17 next week.
Okay.
So you became the girl dad first. Okay.
The girl dad, and then my son.
That man has a license to carry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kids change your life, and it definitely changes the way you maneuver. I was probably young, dumb, and reckless before I had my daughter. And then when my daughter came, I had to be a dad. Unfortunately, things didn't work out with her mother.
Okay.
So that made another obstacle that I had to face growing up, or trying to be a dad, or trying to be a better dad. Watching my father, again, this man that I know, took care of his 3 kids and his wife. So that's what I saw. I wanted to be that dad. We always joked about not being Heathcliff's Huxtable. We were never the Huxtable.
Right.
But we wasn't, Al Bundy in them. So
Gotcha.
I wanted to be that. Al Bundy. I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to be a better dad. And it, like I said, young and dumb and reckless. And my daughter came and it changed my life. It changes things. Now you know you have to go get that real job because now you have to buy Pampers. You have to buy formula for your kids. Facts. So then some years go by, and then I have my son, which is, like I said, he's 5. I'm a better person because of him now. The things that I didn't get to do with my daughter, I've made it absolutely a priority to do for my son. Not saying I love my son more than my daughter.
Right. We got it.
But when it came around, it was like, well, I'm going to give my son. I gave my son a bath. I didn't get to give my daughter a bath. I got to go buy my, we tried on shoes. Me and my son, we match and stuff like that. And if I buy a pair of Jordans, I got to buy him a pair of Jordans. It was just that type of thing. So I matured. I grew up. When I was a child, I did childish things.
Right.
Having kids, you have to be a better person. I like to drink a beer. You don't want your kid to see you drinking beer. Some people smoke cigarettes. You go outside, that type of stuff. So it just made me a better person. And I love both of my kids with all my heart. And my father always told us that take my wrong as love. So all my mistakes, take all my mistakes as love. So everything that I've ever done that was wrong, just know that out of all of it, I still love you.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for that. That was deep.
That was touching.
That was. Yeah. And I know you're going to follow it right on up.
I mean,
how did your children change you?
I don't know. Like, I don't feel like they changed me much.
There's something that you was doing before them that you don't do now.
Mighty has already let us know he gonna do what he want to do.
I got you. But
I'm being real. No, I'm being real. I don't think they. I think. Okay, I guess I'm thinking in terms of. What was I doing bad? And now that they've come, I'm
seen the
this
lights.
Good guy. Yeah. No, I don't think I've changed in that type of sense. Okay. So I think I've changed more, or less, in the role I play, because now I got 2 little dudes looking up to me.
Oh, you have 2 boys.
Yes. So the role I play is being an aggressive man, assertive man, a proud man. Right? Because I have 2, and I'm sorry, I got to keep going here, but I got 2 black
boys. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And out here in this world, it ain't easy, and we get stereotyped.
Yeah.
People are scared of us sometimes for no reason. We hear about the issues that go on and have happened. And, I got to educate. So I find myself even being an educator.
Right.
Like, this is why I am doing this to you. Whether if he's in trouble, I got my younger one.
Yeah.
He's a character. I think he gets it from me.
I'm sure.
But but like a lot of times when he's in trouble, I try to explain to him, okay, this is why you're in trouble. And I ask him first, do you know why you're in trouble, or do you know why we're in this predicament that we're in right now?
Right.
Predicament. Everybody know the predicament I'm talking about, right? Right. But why we in this, why you had to put me in this position, you know what I mean? You made me, you hurt my feelings that I got to be this guy right now because I really want to be your homeboy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hurt me more than it's going to hurt you.
You know, right. Mm-hmm.
So it did change the concept of how you thought parents,
and how I lead.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So it pulled me back from certain things, like certain things I would jump into. Now I don't. I think twice. Mm-hmm. I might still jump, but I think twice. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's it with me. I think twice now before I react to certain situation, because I think it was like that for me up until I had my son, because I grew up with all my pops. Mm-hmm. So I always had that Clint Eastwood mentality. shoot first, ask question later, make my day. You know, Dirty Harry type mentality. Like,
right.
I lost my pops when I was like 4 or 5. So
Okay.
since then, I was pretty much a man of the house.
Okay.
But I tell you the truth, I ain't learned to become a man until I had my son, because one thing I learned, it was like I had a life now to take care of outside of my own. Being locked up, being like, I was the type of person, put it like this. You'll see me here today, and after the show, somebody might ask you tomorrow morning, yo, you seen Bone? Bone got locked up last night. What happened? That was me. You know how many times my boys would come, yo, I don't want no bond, I don't want no bill. Put the money in my books. Let me chill right here, and I'll see y'all in a month or two because I'm gonna get time served. That was my mentality.
That's what's up, man.
So it sounds like children makes you responsible.
If it doesn't, then you're not ready yet to have.
I was getting ready to say, if it
children
doesn't,
or
make
child,
you more responsible,
because
yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
You know,
I just feel like I didn't really have to, because even if you want to go backwards to your father and all that, my father was there and he was a boss. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I was disciplined in a Jamaican household, which is it's a whole nother world. You know what I'm saying?
Me, I'm Guyanese.
So
I know.
But
now, you know what? You guys always say that. Caribbean people always say that their parents were different parents when it came to discipline. We got an American in here, and we're going to talk about discipline when you were growing up.
Yep.
How were you disciplined? Let's start with the American Yankee over here.
All right, so I'm going to say it had to have been different. I don't know what it's like to get disciplined by my mother. I was more afraid of my mom than my dad.
Wow.
My mother was my mother's from the South, so
it's like Caribbean.
I was getting ready to say
close to it.
So it was like my mother would say, wash the dishes. When I come home from work, the dishes should be washed. The dishes are not washed. She's gonna whoop you when she gets home. She's gonna probably whoop you later.
Out of your sleep.
She's gonna probably whoop you later so that you know that. Make sure these dishes is washed when she comes home, and you would never do it again. Now my dad, he would talk to you. My father would talk to you in a way that you knew he was mad and not to do it again. Don't write on the wall. You ain't writing on no wall ever again.
It was his tone. It was his demeanor.
There you go.
He was huge.
Have that tone. We have that tone.
I don't care how. I think everybody's father was huge to them.
Yeah, he might not have been there a lot, but he was. Like, that's
my mother would whoop you with the closest thing to her.
Shoe, extension cord.
Belt, hanger. Thinking about it now, it was probably like child abuse, but
no, it was.
No,
it was.
Now, how different is that in a Caribbean household?
What's abuse for 200, Alex?
Well, I mean, did you get beat with the shoe, an extension cord? Extension cord.
Let's see.
Shoes, ash, whatever you can pick up.
The shoes, the flip flops, the
throwing stuff.
Hey, you want me to keep going?
So it's not that much different, Mighty.
Don't do something and run in the house, and they're in the kitchen stirring the rice or something. Because that same spoon that's stirring the rice is likely to go upside your head or your back, and you're going to feel a little, because it might have a little bit of rice water on it,
Right.
But abuse, nah, I don't, man. It's totally different. And I think I wouldn't trade my upbringing in Guyana for upbringing in America at all.
Okay.
And that's not just...
That's funny. So I'm like right in between.
And that's not just because of the whoopings I got, but the freedom to be a kid.
Right.
You don't have that in America unless you live like in the country.
Okay.
You can't go in the backyard. Even if you go in the backyard here, you got to worry about somebody coming to snatch your child over the fence. It's like you don't have that freedom.
Yeah.
It's been going on forever. It's just now in the open because social media. It's been happening forever.
It has.
It's just
that
now
wouldn't
it's
happen
more
with me though.
hyphen.
That's what I'm saying. That's now.
That
now. I knew how to throw them hands. Ain't no strange man was gonna come get me.
That's the thing. It's like now, And even before it started getting more hyphen, then you had to worry about the girls. Now you gotta worry about your boys. Right. So it's not just worrying about your little girls coming. It's like you gotta worry about the little boys coming up now. So it's
I think I catch that. I catch that in between the both of you. You being American, you being growing up in the island.
Yeah.
It was an island in my house in America. You see
how
that goes? Okay. Right. So everything that everybody experienced at school.
Yeah.
Right. When I got to school, I was like, I'm in America, right? Then when I went home to Jamaica, and it was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
talking about the best of both worlds,
right? So my pops, man, he used to discipline us with love and God.
Okay.
Right, because my parents, so my mom's a minister.
Okay.
You knew that, right?
I know.
Mom's is pastor. Pops is, he was a deacon in the church. So
my grandma,
lived in the church. Moms didn't really touch me like that. Pops, though, as a man, I think it was like he took on that responsibility to say, I'm going to discipline. If nothing else, I'm going to discipline you all the time. You're the one that if you need to be disciplined, I'm disciplining you. And it would be sessions. Like, it would be a good 30 minutes to an hour session when I was about to get a beating or a whooping or a spanking, whatever you want to call it, right? Pops used to make me read a couple scriptures.
Oh,
yeah, and memorize.
Yeah,
and read that back to him between licks.
That sounds like the slavery days.
Ain't no slavery.
I'm gonna beat you and tell you Jesus is Christ is Lord and Savior, and this is what you're gonna learn, and I'm gonna beat it into you.
Stop it. But I'm interested to know, how did that shape you for disciplining your children? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I've never really hit my kids. My son is like me when I was a kid. All I have to do is say something and he'll cry.
Wow.
He'll look at me and then he'll, he knows that he's in trouble. He's 5 now, but when he was probably about 3 or 4, I would just pluck his hand, and that would do it.
Oh, he's 5.
He's 5.
Oh yeah. Talk to me about 2-3 years.
When he was 3, that's what I say, 3 or 4. I pluck his hand.
It's too early for you right now.
And he would go on about his way, and then he would be,
devastated the rest of the day.
Upset. He wouldn't talk to you. He's not gonna touch anything. He's not playing with anything. He's mad. He know he's in trouble, so he's like just in solitary confinement to himself. I've never hit my daughter, and I'm a big guy, so she's my angel. So I've never, and she's never really been that bad up until now. She's 17.
Okay.
17. She cries. She's on the phone. She's feeling herself.
She really feeling herself.
Things that happen around him.
So, but my son, I've never spanked him. I just give him that look. I give him that talk. The same stern voice.
Man, you sound good. I told myself I was going to do that too.
He's 5 though. He's 5. When he turns 6 or 7.
I told myself, I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm never going to have to, man. I said, I ain't spanking my kids. My daddy spanked me. I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not doing it. Just the other day though.
Tore it up.
Man. And afterwards, you sit down and go, why I had to do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
does it hurt your heart? Does it hurt you more than it hurt them?
No, absolutely not. Oh, I know it hurt him. You know what I'm saying? However, I feel like there's a limit to things, and I think you get what I'm saying? I think there is a when you talking about spanking, I feel like it has to be, you can't spank for everything, or it just the whole
true.
It just doesn't have any effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It has to be that extreme thing that you almost look at them like, wow, how would you even think about doing something like this? You didn't learn that from me.
You got that from your mama.
Right. How could you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you got to be able to I think communication is first. Try to communicate, and over communicate until you just realize, oh, your communication doesn't work anymore. So we got to try a different form of communication. So yeah.
Listen, if you are just joining Community Voices with MoMo Love alongside DJ Firebone, we are having a wonderful conversation on what do men really want. We are here
We
joined
want
with
our cake.
Oh, gosh.
And we want to eat it, too.
Firebone has the mic, as y'all can hear, along with Priest and
There you
DJ Mighty. Thank you guys so much. We are really having a great conversation, I feel like. And I want to stay on parenting just for a moment because, you know, with today's society, and some of all of you have younger boys, right? I want to know, did your parents have the talk with you? The talk as it relates to being a black man, and when you hear or see those red and blue lights, and what kind of talk, if you haven't had already with your children, as to the factual police brutality that's going on out here to our black and brown men and women, and how they deal with it. I mean, because I don't know if any of you saw, or anybody out there in Community Voices land, there was a video of a 6-year-old little girl who got disruptive in class and was handcuffed. Matter of fact, let me start again. The police were called. This was in Orlando, Florida. The police came. The police handcuffed the young lady, put her in a squad car as she was begging and pleading that she would not do this again. So I ask, did you have the talk? Did your parents have the talk with you? And have you, or how will you have the talk with your children? Mighty.
Well, my parents really didn't have that talk with me. I learned, because we were, I guess, like I said, we were in the island. So there was a lot of things that we weren't exposed to, that I think that some Americans that I know that their grandparents were exposed to, and that their parents were exposed to because of their grandparents. You know, I didn't have much of that. I mean, I wasn't in La La Land. We knew there was a big difference between, you know, us and them. However, there wasn't much experience with direct racism. There up until, or I shouldn't even say experience. Maybe there wasn't much communication about direct racism until I experienced it for myself, right? And I, the reason why I threw racism out there so easy is because that's just what it is.
It's real.
You know, growing, I think I didn't start experiencing most of that stuff until teenage years.
True.
Maybe because maybe I was more, I guess I noticed it more. I was, like we said, I was woke. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But I didn't notice until more teenage years. I mean, for me, a lot of my issues or my experiences came from driving and getting pulled over, getting profiled all the time, because, you know, I was in Anne Arundel County at the time.
Okay.
So I was just getting profiled left and right. Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, the same car that my mom drove for years, I drove it and would get pulled over because of the tint, and she would never did. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as when it comes to talking to my kids about it, y'all might think this is crazy.
Because you have 2 black boys.
Right. Y'all might think this is crazy. There are times when I say to them, this is why I don't need you to do certain things. Like, when, like, my youngest, he told me a friend of his gave him this toy. I'm like, nobody's just gonna give you a toy, like that their parents gave them. Like, it just doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what's gonna happen is their parents is gonna see that the toy's missing and say, you stole it. And that kid is not gonna stick up for you at that moment and say, no, Mom, I gave it to him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had to, you know, explain that to him and tell him, this is the reason why you're a young black boy. You know, you got to protect yourself, and I'm here to. And if right now, because you don't understand, I'm here to protect you, and this is why I'm telling you can and cannot do certain things. Yeah. But I still try to keep a little innocence there. I don't want them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't start preaching to them like we all Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because I still want to keep a little innocence there.
How old are they?
11 and 7.
Okay.
So, you know, middle
Yeah.
school, and you know, it's I think my 11-year-old it's about that time.
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
We're gonna have that. But to answer your questions, I haven't had that serious talk with them just yet.
Priest, what about you? Did your dad or your mom have the talk with you?
So my dad is a city kid. My dad is from the mean streets of Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, Buckeye.
So it's a little different. The upbringing is different. Of course, we knew that when you got pulled over by the police, you turn all the lights on, you let the windows down, and put your hands on the steering wheel. And when the cop comes over, he tells you, license and registration. Like, what did you pull me over for?
Mm-hmm.
Today's society, you can watch all these YouTube videos, and the guy's like, I don't have to show you my license.
Right.
And then they get real nasty with the police officer.
Facts.
I have been brought up to believe that if you do the right thing, then you don't have to worry about that. So my father's always said, if you ever get pulled over or stopped, you cooperate.
Okay.
Nowadays, you don't really have to cooperate because the law says that I don't have to do this. And I saw it on YouTube, and the white guy told me that if I give you my lawyer's number, I can just put my glass up, and I can put my license to the window.
Right.
And then the cop smashes your window,
Right.
and now it's police brutality.
Right.
I have much respect for the police. It's a tough job. I have a lot of friends of mine that are in the law enforcement field. As far as my kids go, I have not had that conversation. It's very scary to think that the cop, not even on a racial thing, being in Baltimore, we've seen the black cops.
Oh yeah, I know you have.
Out there doing some things to black pedestrians, and don't get it twisted. Everybody says one bad apple doesn't ruin the bunch.
Right.
For all the bad cops, there's so many good cops. Well, a cop is a cop. It doesn't change that. It's still a cop. So yeah, I haven't had it with my kid. He's 5. My daughter.
Yeah, I don't think he would understand right now.
Understand because he's still.
Right.
He told me the other day he was Batman. So.
Oh, okay.
right.
So he's still innocent.
But it's scary to think that
you're gonna have to have that.
I'm gonna have to have it.
Yeah, it's
but the
crazy.
people that are here to uphold the law, that you have to be afraid of them. I'm not afraid of them. I do respect you as long as you come at me as a man with your badge means absolutely nothing to me unless I'm doing something that is law breaking, but just because you wear a badge and you have a gun, don't think you're gonna just go out here.
Right.
He gonna catch these hands too.
Facts. Take your badge off.
Just
Bones,
let me know.
Bones, did your grandmom or someone in your family give you the talk, or you got your lesson when you came here?
I never had to talk, and I think I'll learn a difference in racism after I came to this country, because when I first came to this country, I felt racism not from Caucasians or people who didn't. It was the people who looked like me, and that was because
prejudice.
My accent, prejudice. My accent was darker. I was an African booty scratcher, and I'm
God.
like, first of all, I'm going I even beat somebody up over that. Like,
I've never even been to Africa.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that might be way of my ancestors. I'm not denying that, but I was born in South America,
sorry, Bones.
bro.
I did call somebody an African booty scratcher
taking
when
this
I was
back,
young.
man.
I'm sorry.
Like, I was born in South America. I might
Right.
have family from Africa, but I'm not. You know, so it's like just simple education.
That's
it's
fine.
like, and I didn't really felt racism. I felt more of hate from police because of what I was driving. And it seems like I was making more than what they're making.
Okay.
So that was my problem with the police. It was never about my skin color. It was all about how you afford to drive this.
But that's
Why
what
you
That's
worried
part of
about
it,
it?
though.
But
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
though.
that's part of it.
Yeah, but it
that's
was
what
mostly
it's called profiling.
But
They
it wasn't.
profiled
It wasn't.
You
mere-
shouldn't be driving
and
that.
No, I got that from black cops too. So it wasn't just about my skin color when it came to the cops. 9 times out of 10, when I got in trouble with
Right.
the cops,
Profile.
it was because of what I was driving.
Yeah.
And my thing was, as long as my papers were straight, I don't care, even if I wasn't driving. So to the point where they'd be like, "Yo, Bone, be quiet."
But you have a young son. Have you thought about what
The
that
talk?
conversation is going to be
Um,
like?
I think he's gonna. I hate to say this, but it's reality, and the fact that I have joint custody. He lives in Florida with his mom.
Okay.
So I think he's gonna get some type of it even before I have that talk with him. But I know I'm gonna have a talk. I'm gonna have a talk with him.
How old is he, bro?
He's 3. He about to be 4 in April. So I'm gonna have that talk. But you
got time though.
I have time, but I feel as though he's gonna come into something before I even have that talk.
At 4?
Man,
you think it's too?
There was a video just last year.
I'm not. Hey, I'm playing, but I'm not playing.
There was a video just last year where, don't quote me on it. It might have been 2, maybe 3 white kids in the bathroom somewhere, roughing up a black kid, and there was a white teacher in that room. So, like I said, it's reality.
It is,
and it's in Florida. And Craig, man, it's like I've had. Like, when I saw that clip, I don't know what to tell you. I lose it because for the simple fact, it happened in Florida, 1. It happened in the same county his mom lived in, 2. So I'm like, bruh.
And that boy's father lived in Baltimore. He lives in Baltimore now. So the boy's father lives in Baltimore. His son is in Florida.
Exactly. So it's like, yo, it's when I saw that.
Oh, you know this story.
Yeah, that's a real story.
It's a real story. Yeah, like when I saw that,
I ain't doubt
the
you,
first
dog.
thing came to mind is like for that whole week, I was so upset every time I talked to my son and his mom. You know, we don't have a communication, like whatever reason. Oh well, you want.
And can we get on that real
but
quick?
It was just like I told him, like, yo, he's only 2, but anything happened to him, you know.
We know the rest, Bones. We know the rest. Let's talk about co-parenting for a moment. I'm not going to assume that you guys are all married, and let's be respectful.
Oh,
okay?
we will.
I'm not going to assume that you guys are all married, but you did say that you have a 17-year-old and a 5-year-old. So I would assume that you have maybe a different relation. How does co-parenting look? From your mind into reality.
On paper, and what you tell me, it's wonderful.
Okay.
Until you have to actually execute it. I have a homegirl who her and her son's father, it's immaculate. You would think that if you saw them in the street, they was a couple, and they're not. You know, it's like this is the boy's mother, this is the boy's father, and it worked. It worked to each his own. It works. It depends on your mindset. If you're willing to make it work, it'll work.
Okay.
If you're not really willing to make it work,
and that's on both sides.
On both sides.
How does the communication factor in? Because I mean, you know, you were raised with your dad and your mom, and you have these ideals, you have these beliefs, and especially when it comes to raising your son.
Well, you can't co-parent without communication.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
You know, because
look, child.
I got my son, and I'm taking my son to Disneyland. We're gonna be gone for 7 days, and it's like, well, when you coming back? And then, well, I wanted to take him to Disney World. It's always gonna be something. Okay. So if you can't communicate it and talk it out and make it work and meet in the middle, and I'm gonna do this and you're gonna do that, and we're gonna do this together. It's you just shooting a blank. It ain't even worth even trying.
Wait, Bones, because I know you're gonna go on a dissertation.
Yeah, you already know he got a whole book.
Just hold on, Bones. Hold on. Let's get some.
I'm cool.
Hold on.
My boy just said, I'm glad he said he glad he not there.
So Mighty, not to assume that you are co-parenting.
Don't assume.
But even sometimes, if you're married in a married relationship, and you talk to whatever the relationship is, how does this co-parenting exist? Can it exist?
I think co-parenting can exist, right? I think with communication, I think with respect, I think with I think that's it. Communication and respect. I think it can exist.
Again,
right? Sound real funny, right?
because that's a great set. And again, before you go, Bones, I have this question over here before you go into it. We women can be a tad bit emotional,
right?
When we don't get our way, and that really puts a bad light, I think, and a bad taste in the mouth of how you effectively parent. Yes, no, maybe so, and now let's expound on that. No? You gonna still parent?
Yeah, I'm a parent.
Okay.
I'm a parent.
Regardless.
At the end of the day, those are my kids. I'm a parent.
But it can be difficult.
I'm going to find a way.
Okay. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how do you fight to that end for your own rights. For your rights
the
as a
same way
parent.
everybody else fight. If you need to go to court, go to court.
Facts.
All right, so
This is what I want to talk about.
I'm different. I don't feel like for me, so I have two sides of the spectrum with my son and my daughter. Not to keep using them as as an example,
This is good.
but my daughter is my daughter. I had her. I produced her, but I had to go to court. I had to go to court to talk. I got to go to court for visitation. I shouldn't have to do that. This is why do I got to go to court and child support? Like, we got a whole lot of things that work against us as men, not black men, more black men than anything. So for me, I'm always gonna be a dad. Like, I'm a dad. I'm a dad. Like, those are my kids, and I just don't feel like I should have to fight to do or to be with what's mine.
True.
So that's what stopped me. That's what's hindered me, because I'm just messed up in the head that I'm just not gonna do it. My daughter's 17. She been getting child support since day one. I'm good with it. Just take the child support and we're gonna be over. Visitation, I see her. She's old enough now where, I'm going over to my father's house, or I'm going to hang out with my dad, or I'm going to hang out with my grandmother.
Can't wait for them those, boy.
Those days are immaculate now, but I had to go through the fire to get to where I'm at now. It's been 17 years.
Yeah.
As far as my son goes, he's mine. He got the same name. He looked like me. He mine. His mother knows. He mine. There's no fighting me on that. He mine. Through and through. He's mine. Like, that's my guy. So yeah, it's just different. The situation, everything is situation.
Yeah.
So if your kid's mother is for you and she's rocking with you, it'll be easy. But if she hate you, through the fire.
Woo, child.
Before Bones goes, Mighty.
You really don't want Bone. I want Bone to go.
No, because he's going to have a dissertation.
Yeah.
and it's going to go up and down and around the circle. So
it's not even that.
I'm really anxious to hear this, though. Like,
I would say without communication is very hard. That's one.
Your communication what?
Without communication is
it's hard.
Going to be hard. That's one. Second, my grandmother always just tell me something.
Granny,
hell has no
fury
like a woman's scorn. And I ain't get that point up until me and my son mom split. Because it's like, what did I do to you, shorty?
Right.
And that's always the question, though, because everybody wants to know.
And that's the first thing will come out of people's mouth. What did you do? And I'm like, well, maybe I should have done it. Because I can show you papers where I'm a cheater and I'm an abuser and I'm this and I'm that and that. But guess what? My paperwork speaks for itself, because none of them things is tagged to my name.
Right.
And that's what.
So which one of them you wish you had done?
Huh? All of them. All of them. All of them. Because
which one?
All of them. All of them. I wish I had cheated.
Boom.
Put in her hands. Nah, I might have got a cousin to beat her up.
A female cousin.
Yeah, a female to beat her up.
Or the one cousin that don't mind your mail that would do it.
But it's like, at the end of the day, I do not hate this woman. I got love for her because she made me a father. Outside of that, I have nothing for her. I wish her the best in her life. Just don't keep mine from me. And I'm telling you, like, it seems like I gotta jump through the ringer to see my child. For instance, I'm gonna use one example. After 2.5 years of her purposely keeping him away from me, went to the court, got everything finalized, had him for a week, right? The day that he had to go back to her, I was a little late because of a ride situation. Next month is March. Put it like this. Next month is March, and I got to go to court. Why? Because without me knowing, she went back to Florida, told the court, how I threatened her and I didn't want to give him back. Told her she's not getting him back, this, that, and the third. And the only thing I asked for was to know the man that's been in his life for 2.5 years' name. That's all I asked. What's this man's name? The day of court, August 19th, when I picked my son up for rest of chill for the rest of the day. He was in the car. So you're going to introduce us? You mad I moved on? No. You're not going to tell me his name? You mad I moved on? No. I'm here from Malachi. You about to give birth, that's you. I just want to know this man's name. I wish y'all the best.
Right.
Still to this day. And the day when he was supposed to go back, I was like, you know what? If I got to come to you, I want to meet him. If you're coming to me, walk with him. She called the cops and told them, I threatened her and this. And it's like, bro, I got a stack of paperwork this high to show, like, every time this woman wants to be petty or spite me, she'll run to the court without me knowing. And then it's just like, bro, what did I do to you? I didn't put my hands on you. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? All this paperwork you got against me, everything has been thrown out. Everything has been dismissed. Because why? After the first time you got me locked up, what you've never done before, you said, oh, the lady told me if I don't go to court, they're going to throw it out. Okay, that's partly true. But did they tell you they're going to put a warrant out for my arrest? Oh, no, she didn't tell me that part. You made a domestic violence report against me. You're 30-something years old and you don't know that, as all the ID and criminal minds and all this stuff we'll be watching and all this stuff I tell you about the streets. You
First
don't know
48.
That? And you want me to swallow that pill and still love you the way I loved you before you did that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying I can't love you, but I got to sleep with one eye open now because it's going. That trust we gain, you broke that in the blinking of an eye.
Listen, the phone lines are open.
You know
240-949-2289
We don't want pettiness in 2020.
if you want to get in on the conversation. And I'm glad you said that, Bones, that you don't want pettiness in 2020. What do men want when it comes to dating and women in 2020? How are we dating? How are we meeting women? Are you going up and saying, hey, my name is Priest and I'm a Capricorn?
I like long walks on the beach.
Right.
Right.
Float on.
Ice cream cone on a hot summer day.
How are men and women meeting in 2020?
They're not.
Oh, not
Social media.
Social media is crazy.
I call them zombies.
Social media.
I mean,
social media.
If she's twerking, inbox, baby. My name is
social media.
Social media.
Social media.
Yeah, definitely social media.
Once upon a time, I guess you went to church to meet a nice woman, or the grocery store.
Yeah, always the grocery store.
Always the
grocery store
right?
work. Yeah.
Used to, but now she's not cooking no more.
No,
so.
she don't.
No, they're in there, but they're not coming to shop.
Nah,
they're just in there
they not shopping.
walking around,
No,
advertising.
She's not cooking no more. It's like DoorDash. She just call up and get you something to eat. She's not cooking, so I'm not meeting at the grocery store.
Straight Grubhub.
The dating pool is short, it's small on both sides.
Okay.
For men and for women. I listen to a lot of women say there are no good men in the world, this, that, and third.
That's a lie.
But we say the same thing about them.
I agree.
Women now aren't the same women. I'm 40. I'll be 40 this year. So women in my mind from when I was younger, what I wanted then is different than what I want now.
Facts.
Well, of course, because
that's
your
what I think.
goals change.
And
Not
growth.
even the goals. The woman has changed.
So
when I was 20, 25, I wanted a woman with a nice butt, nice rack. I didn't care if she could cook or clean.
Keep it 100.
As long as she was, she looked good.
yeah,
Keep it 100.
yeah.
Now-
Please do.
Now I'm 40. She got
She ain't gotta have a nice butt no more.
nah, because my uncle,
She still gotta have a nice butt.
No.
I was wondering where he was going with this.
She don't have to have a nice butt. now.
Okay.
But he's saying no, she
She
doesn't.
doesn't have to have a nice butt. I mean, if she has a nice top, then I'm good with that.
So it's one or the other though.
Now
So
it's
now
one- no.
you don't need both. Now it's just one or the other.
No, I don't even need the butt at all. Like, as long as you got a nice top, I'm good. So you can follow me on IG on TV.
So you going for the infinity sign too?
So you.
I'm that's all it is. As long as the top is fine, I'm good with it.
Follow you on IG for Tuesdays.
Follow
What?
me on IG
Does that
for
include the
Tuesdays.
infinity
He loves
sign?
some Tuesday
I
titties.
love some
Okay.
Tuesday titties all day long.
So
All
it's
I
not
do.
Taco Tuesday
Reese,
for you,
I
right?
got Taco Tuesday
So-
after hours. After 8 o'clock, it goes to Taco Tuesday. But in the morning,
Taco
it's
Tuesday.
straight titties. It's straight titties.
You know what? I
Does that
cannot.
include the infinity sign too?
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Oh, these guys
Ah,
are
man.
crazy.
I cannot.
So
That's crazy.
it's just a change. Like what I liked then is not what I like now.
Right.
But the quality or the caliber of women now is hard because I mean they got these baby doll eyelashes and that kind of freaks me out.
You call it baby doll
The
eyelash?
eyelashes,
Yeah.
they freak me out.
They like feelers. Like,
You know, that type of thing. The eyebrows. You see the eyebrows now? I was looking at them. You know, back in the day, they were thin. Now, they are like the
St.
size of
Louis
your finger.
Arch.
yeah.
All of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's-
The makeup game has changed.
Ladies,
The waist trainers.
less is more.
I get her home and she take her waist trainer off. This ain't the same woman I met.
So
earlier.
Alexander
Facts.
O'Neal's song
This
has
ain't
really come into
Come
fruition.
in. Right.
This
exactly.
ain't the Instagram picture that I saw.
Ain't the Instagram picture that I saw. This isn't none of that. So women more so enhanced than men do. I'm bald head. I can't go home and
They have fall locks for
You
y'all. We
mean-
can tape
They
them
got
on.
man weave
trying
now,
to-
man.
They got
You
man weave.
Now you
I'm
can
not-
go to
bro.
sleep all the night and wake up with a full head of
not
wave
doing it,
tomorrow,
bro.
man.
I'm not spending that kind of money. I'm not doing that. I'll just wear my bald head and get my beard trimmed. Like that's something that I can't manipulate.
Right.
I could if I wanted to spend the money to get a weave, a man weave.
Right.
But I get you home, and
I gotta take that
that's
weave
not your
off.
hair. That's not your waistline. Those are not your eyes. Those are not your eyelashes. I'm just not doing those.
So how are we feeling about this, Mighty, when we get the woman home or get to know her and realize that, boo, all of that wasn't even like, who are you?
Right. I think it all depends on what you're in it for.
Amen.
You know what I'm
Break it
saying?
on down.
Well, if depending on what you're in it for, then you put the effort for certain things. Like
Okay.
so, if I'm really just like, man, I'm feeling her vibe. I'm kind of liking her. Then I start to ask questions. I start to get to know you. And then because at the end of the day, we can see right through that. We already know this is a whole facade.
Okay.
Here. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to know each other, and I can start telling you like, well, why don't you just not wear the eyelashes today? You know, why don't you just, let me see what your real hair look like? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But if you're not really in it for all that,
Then you don't mind.
You don't care about the little falsity.
keep it all on. You know what I'm saying?
Less is always more, man. Less
You
is
know what I'm saying?
always more.
So I just feel like it's whatever your purpose is in that moment or where you are in life. Some people can flip flop. Today it's like this week is like, yeah, I'm trying to find my soulmate, and then as soon as the weekend hit, we trying
to find your weekend mate.
Yeah.
Saturday night shenanigans, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Speak on it,
Exactly.
yeah.
So it's just, I think you just got to go with the flow of what's being offered now. You know what I mean? What's out here now, and it's vice versa. though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to go with the flow. But Bones, you conversely, you say less is more. You like a natural woman, and big up all the natural ladies that are out there that maybe just put on a touch of makeup. How is that? Is it like Mighty said? You got to go with the flow. You got to, whatever you're
gotta go with
lane,
my flow.
your walk. Okay.
I'm not going with your flow.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, your flow might not be my chill mode. So I go with my flow. My flow can definitely be anyone that's chilling with me mode.
Do you tend to lean more towards the natural woman than the overly made up woman, or does it depend on what you're looking for?
I'd rather
what you
natural
flowing
versus
for?
Keep it
because
100
it's
too,
like
boy.
Keep it 100. That Mighty said that.
your hair, nails, that's on you. I'm not saying I can treat my woman to a spa day, treat her to get her hair done, but if that's what you want your nails paint, if you got a job, that's your bill right there. Your
Okay.
nails and your hair, that's your bill.
You're not sponsoring that.
No, I'm not. Anybody I talk to, I try
Really?
to no, I don't sponsor hair and nails. Period. Point blank. I I don't sponsor hair
But,
and nails.
okay, so but we talking about
Your
we're
lady.
not talking about your lady, or we talking about
I'm
your
not
lady.
my lady. I don't sponsor her. Like I said,
So you don't want her
I
to
don't
look good.
mind.
You're not gonna take care of that.
It's not that I can't and I don't mind, but if you're not natural, that's your responsibility. Because your
Interesting.
happiness can't come from me. Because I could give you the money to go get your hair done and you still not happy. So guess what? I'm not going to waste my money, get your hair done and you still have attitude. Do your own hair and keep your own attitude.
You scarred, man.
I'm not
scared,
scarred.
man.
I'm not scarred.
woman
No,
hurt
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm gonna keep it real. If y'all don't want to say something, man,
It's not scarred.
but
you
I've
are
never traumatized.
I've
What
never.
happened?
No.
Yeah.
I've never.
Somebody get a couch.
I've
This
never
man need to lay on the
sponsored-
couch and
I've
he
never
need to talk.
sponsored hair and nails. I've never sponsored hair and nails.
I don't think anything's
no.
wrong with that. If he doesn't want to sponsor
I've
hair
never
and nails,
sponsored hair and nails.
mighty. But
Hair
I
and
do
nails-
feel like if your woman want to look good, why she gotta do that herself? You don't want her to look good
don't want
walking
her to
with
look
you, being with
Yeah, she
you.
can.
But you feel like natural is the best look.
Yeah.
Okay. And if that's what she wants to do to look good for herself, then she should pay for it.
So let's stay there for a second,
Okay.
because I know you got a program. So let's
we're
flip
good.
it.
No.
So let's flip it.
Yeah, let's flip
If
it.
she come out looking busted, if she come out looking no hair not done,
depends.
nails not
It
done,
depends.
eyebrows, there's one unibrow going across because she couldn't
Oh,
get
nah,
it
we're not
waxed.
going to have all that.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but
Yeah.
if she came out not looking up to par for your liking, right? And you said, "Baby, what's going on?" And she go, "I'm broke this week. I didn't get paid this week. I can't really. I wanted to, but this
That's
is
different.
what it is."
Like I said, it's not that I don't and not that I can't. But before you even look at me, push your hand down your own pocket. Because that's your hair and nails. Plus, I don't think you have to run to the salon to
What's
get.
wrong with this man?
I don't think you have to run.
He
to
like
the
a natural
I don't think you have to
woman.
run to the salon
No.
every minute to get your nails done.
He like a natural woman that can naturally take care of her own self.
True that.
Without your natural money.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't sponsor hair and nails.
But you know what, Mighty, you touched on something when you said jokingly and seriously, you're hurt, you're tainted. When you first fell in love, when you guys first
scarred,
fell
man.
in love, no, listen, I'm on to something else.
Because I
But
don't
no, I'm
sponsor
on
hair
to
and
something
nails,
else.
I'm
I'm on to
hurt.
something else. Don't worry about that. We got you on that. The first time you fell in love and was hurt, did that scar and or change your mode of operandi on how you dealt with women?
Good question. Priest.
Of course. Of course. I was probably 7 years old.
Seven?
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
No, yeah,
Last
I want to hear
scar.
this. I want to
No,
I
it
want to hear
does.
this. I wanna hear
It
this.
I was 7.
It does.
I was about 7.
I
or
don't
8.
think that's too early.
I was about 7 or 8. I went in there and she was talking to another kid. I was upset. Give me my pencils back. You can't use my notebook no more. And we're not going to do this anymore. I don't even
Okay.
want to be your friend. Yeah, I was young. But then as I got older, I knew what heartbreak was, so it wasn't even a factor anymore.
I guess, yeah, I take that.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I was young. You knew, we knew what heartbreak and heartache was at a young age. It was,
Interesting.
and then my father was in the Air
Making me
Force.
think now.
So we moved around, and then my third girlfriend lived in this state. I had to leave her, and now I'm heartbroken again.
Right.
About 12 years old, and I'm feeling some kind of way.
Right.
Then I get, here, and I'm in the 7th grade, and Valentine's Day, I gave a young lady some balloons. My mother took me to the store, bought balloons and candy.
Got it in.
Next week, we wasn't together no more. I'm heartbroken.
That's how quick it happened.
I'm heartbroken.
Yeah.
I'm heartbroken again.
Funny as a mug.
As I get to be an
Funny,
adult,
though. He's
I'm an
funny.
adult, and then heartbreaks, heartaches, 808s, and all that other stuff. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It definitely changes you because now you know whatever it was that made you break up that first time.
You ain't doing it
You
again.
ain't doing it again. You don't
Nah,
want to
protect
do it again.
yourself.
You
Guard
have to.
yourself.
Interesting.
And that goes on both sides, men and women. Sometimes you just gotta have your guard up regardless. It's just a matter of when you
Right.
meet that right person, if you put them down or not. I'm not saying I got a wall like the border for Mexico, but you know, nope, we're not doing that.
I think everybody's different though. I think you got some people that just love and they love hard, and they can't help it. They
to fall in love, to love hard.
Help it. They just, as much as they might not want to, I think they just love hard, and so they're more, I guess,
passionate.
Yeah, they're more prone to heartache and heartbreak.
Yeah, true.
And like Pre said, 808.
And they bust the window.
Right. And they the crazy ones. Right. They the crazy ones, right? Whether man or female, they the crazy ones.
I would say I've always loved the women I've dealt with, but falling in love, I didn't fall in love till I found out I was about to have a child. When she told me,
that's what made you fall in love?
Yeah. I fell in love with the woman that was carrying my child.
Okay.
That was the first time falling in love.
Okay.
Loving females, I've always done it because I was raised in love.
I love a man.
I was raised by my grandmother, so all she installed in me was love for women. So I've always loved women, but falling in love with a woman was until I heard, I'm pregnant for you.
So you didn't have any relationships before that hurt your feelings, that made you look at women differently? Like they're saying, okay, you did this, and I'm gonna check that.
Truth be told, no, because I've never really truly committed to a woman in that aspect, even though I know they're committed to me, because I've never trust women.
Let's talk about that.
I've never
for a
trust
second, please.
Women.
See, and that's the thing. You were raised by your grandmother, and you don't trust women.
Why?
Yes. Why?
Because my mom wasn't in mine.
Your mom wasn't in your life.
Even for the few times I saw her, I felt if the woman who gave birth to me didn't love me the way I wanted to be loved by her, then what's a woman that has no relation other than saying, you my man and I love you.
And I love that, and I thank you so much, because I do want to go back to before you came in, we were talking a little bit about mothers and how sons view their mothers. When you're looking when you're in a relationship, are you looking for someone that fits that mom model, or you fashion their ideal after how your mom treated you? How does that work when you're looking for a woman, not your mom, but someone like your mom, and in your case, someone not like your mom?
I wasn't looking for someone to be like my mom. I was saying I can see in the Turner when he's like, everybody always leave. I'm just looking for somebody who's not going to quit on me when times get hard.
Interesting.
It seems like, especially in the last two generations, this generation, as soon as you get that first speed block, it's just like, where everybody goes. It's like the lights turned off. You ain't seeing nobody. Turn the lights back on, it's like ghost town.
What about you guys? Was the idea somebody like your mom, or?
I think it's all on your experience.
True.
So for me, I don't think I ever was looking for someone, set out to look for someone like my mom. You know, I don't. That's kind of weird. Right.
Right.
In the aspect of it's taking care of you, so to speak.
No, it's still weird.
Yeah, it is. No, true.
No, I didn't. But I think though, when after you get into the relationship, in retrospect, when you look back at it or back on it, you realize the things and the qualities that you wanted in her are similar to the qualities, depending on your experience, are similar to the qualities that your mom has, or similar, or the qualities that you don't want her to have are similar to the qualities that your mom has. You get what I'm saying? It all depends on your experience. Because for me, you know, my mom just can't do wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like. And that's just what it is. I mean, she has a lot of great qualities, but at the end of the day, she has some qualities there that really would, I think, you know, drive anybody crazy. Right. But I don't know, and I'm about to say this, and please stop me if I'm wrong. I'm about to say this. It is not. It's you don't intend on doing these things. It's like. I don't know if it's just kind of it just happens, but you're not really intending on finding anybody that acts like your mom or keeps the home like your mom, or you don't intend on it.
Right.
True.
Right,
you know what I mean? It just kind of those are the things you want after a while. You realize that's how you've modeled what a woman is supposed to be.
Because of what you've seen growing up.
Yeah.
True,
Right.
true.
And I've had this conversation several times, and I always joke about women not cooking. So my reference to women cooking will always be a part of it. I used to say that I only wanted a woman that could cook. If a woman couldn't cook, I didn't want her. Cooking, cleaning, the essentials to be a perfect mate. Like, if you cook, I'll wash the dishes. If you do this,
Preach.
I'll do that.
Preach.
It just wasn't around anymore. Because like I said, my mother would cook, and then when my father got home, we could eat. We couldn't eat until my dad got home.
Right.
I don't care what time you got out of school.
He's a boss.
Whatever
Yeah.
time you come
That's-
home.
That was the head of
He's
head
a
of the
boss.
house.
Got the big piece
My
of
father
chicken.
was the same way. He got the bigger piece.
Bigger
I'm
piece of
like,
chicken.
I mean, I'm teenage too. I'm like,
Can I get the other
I'm
breast?
hungry. You
Can I
know what
get
I'm
the
saying?
other breast? No,
Right.
he get both breasts because he
Right.
got one enough later.
Right.
So
right.
I did not want
Funny.
a woman like my mother, and my mother has some great characteristics. My mother is a great woman, and she does some great things. But those are things that we saw growing up that you knew that if my mother did this, I kind of want the same thing. It worked. So you watched it in the household where it worked for my dad, it worked for my mom. Well, damn, this might work for me.
Right.
This is what I want. This is what I see. But now, I mean, like I said, women ain't cooking anymore. And a woman had to ask me, well, can you cook? Yes, I can. My mother showed us how to cook. You had to be, effective on your own, or you
Right.
had to be able to do certain things. Because if my mother was at work and she didn't cook, then you had to find something to eat.
Right.
You got to be able to cook it yourself. So it was things like that women say, well, can you cook? I don't want to cook.
But when somebody asks you, can you cook? What do they mean? Are you a gourmet chef?
Are you a gourmet
or
chef?
can I
Right.
read and write?
Can you
Yeah.
You know what I
boil
mean?
more?
Because I can pick up a cookbook and say, okay, two teaspoons of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just being able to prepare a meal,
Right.
And I remember seeing the meme where the man asking a woman, can you cook? And she like, can you build a house? It's not even the same thing.
Right.
You making fried chicken and me building you a bathroom.
It's
No, I'm not going to
two different levels.
Could I possibly, if I tried,
It's not apples
Right.
to apples.
if I put my mind to it? But it's just that type of thing.
Yeah.
That I'm not looking for nobody like my mom. Some similarities, sure, but not my mother.
It's weird.
Kind of disgusting.
It's just
It
weird.
is weird.
Right, exactly.
I'm not looking for nobody like my grandmother. I'm just looking for the qualities that she had, that she installed in me. 3 things my grandmother installed in me: how to wash my own clothes, how to cook my food, and how to clean my place.
Okay.
She was like, you know how to do those 3 things. You wouldn't depend on a woman to do anything for you other than to love you.
Okay. I love it. This is Community Voices with MoMo Love alongside DJ Firebone on Ablazin Radio.
Check.
We are having such a great in-depth conversation of what do men really want? And, if you guys are not listening, they are laying it on out. Any of my men out there in the community that would like to join the conversation, please feel free to call in on 240-949-2289. Ladies, we're shutting you off, okay? I'm only moderating. As you hear, I'm not jumping in because, this is how we get back to the black unity. We have to communicate, and communicating involves listening. So let's listen to some more.
Peace.
I want to know a question. Do y'all test women? Do men test women?
As in how?
As
When you
in,
say
as in,
test.
are you sustainable for this relationship? Are you able to match up to this relationship? Are we going to test you more? Okay. Here's the thing. Some of me and my girlfriends, we're talking. And we might go on a couple of dates or whatever, and you're having these conversations, and a guy might ask you a question, or something might happen. You're in a social setting or whatever the case may be. Something happens, and now the guy no longer calls or talks to you or wants to even pursue this relationship. And you may find out it was something you said or something you did that could have been explained or communicated through, or it reminded him of something that some ex-girlfriend did, and you not the one anymore. So I asked, do you test women?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
And the reason he probably didn't call you back was not probably
Not me.
And I'm not talking about you. But I'm saying for a woman.
I guess my calls back.
He probably didn't call you back for, several different reasons.
But it wasn't no test.
It wasn't no test. I just forgot to save your phone number or,
Interesting.
Yeah, we do.
I got locked up that night on the way home. I just couldn't call you back. Or it could have been anything. I don't know about no test. I don't think men do that.
You don't think men test women?
I don't think men do it. I think boys did. Guilty. I did it for one whole
He keeping
summer.
it 100.
Yeah,
I did
that's
for
what's
a whole
up.
summer.
What did you do?
A whole summer?
A whole summer.
God.
What'd you do?
Summer.
What did you do?
Just simple text and call from a different number to the same person I was talking to.
Why?
And it was like she was living such a double life with me. Sometimes I look at both my phones and be like, should I tell her?
Oh, I see.
On the other hand,
that's too much time.
She's
I ain't
never
got that
met
time right there.
this other person.
He said younger. He was younger.
I was
Right,
younger.
yeah. True facts.
And
Thanks for pulling me back, Mo.
You
right. Yeah.
Like I said, I did it for the whole summer. For the whole summer, they were to the point where.
But why you play that game? Why didn't you just
Because
leave her alone or share your feelings?
She thought she could have played me, but she got played.
Here's
for the
another
whole
question.
Summer. And when I say that, it was like she always wanted to know why I didn't trust her. Why I didn't trust you? Because you were having a whole.
But you don't trust women
you ain't-
anyway.
Never, and this is another thing. Never voice convo, a whole text for a whole summer, and you not suspect that. Like this, and the fact is, the dude always telling you in Texas, like, "Yo, I seen you here," or "Yeah, I told you meet me there, but I couldn't make it, but I know what you was wearing." And it's like, "Yo, how you always know this and you never meet me?" But why you still carrying on the conversation with this person?
Bones, I don't know. I don't understand this. What's going on? So, but
Test the loyalty.
Testing loyalty. You and your loyalty. Okay. All right. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get. We're gonna get
wrong with this man.
It was fun because I mean, if you're gullible enough to have a
Bones, stop testing women.
a text,
Stop it.
a text ship with someone that
You
can
started
tell
it.
you so much stuff
Bones
about
so
you
petty,
on
y'all.
the
First time I heard that
weekends,
one.
right?
A text ship.
Okay,
But
here's
never
what I
met
want to
you
know.
and never always have an excuse.
Here's
Why?
what I want to know. Why do some men lie?
Why do some women lie?
When we talking about men, we're not getting ready to do that back and forth. We're talking about men. Why do some men lie in order to get what it is that they're looking for? A lot of times men say, well, we women can't handle the truth. If you told us that you guys had a girlfriend or a wife or whatever the case may be, and we women say, give us the chance to say yes we can or no we can't. Right. So then I say, why you gotta lie, Craig? Bones, you laugh.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first because I think I'm gonna give a different
you gonna
answer
give a
from
short
the other
answer?
two fellas
Can you give a
because
short answer?
I would say, me personally, and I'm speaking from me, I try not to lie. Try not to lie. And even when I'm telling a lie, I'm still telling half truth.
It's a lie.
But y'all females can't handle the truth.
We talk.
Y'all say
why
y'all
you say that?
Y'all can't handle the truth.
You're not a female, so you don't know what we can handle.
The last person I told the truth to that said I want the truth end up
truth was
hurt.
Of course, truth hurts.
The truth was who you live with. I live with a woman.
Okay.
So now you know why you can't come to my place.
So wait. Let's have this conversation. Because this is where the issues with men and women, single men and women, or women and men who have relationships and we're coming lying, right? Because when you withhold information, when you omit information, when you don't give full information, that's a lie. It's deceit, right? So hold on. Let me finish, and then y'all gonna have it's a lie. See, and then you want to manipulate it. So you meet somebody, and you like their style, you like their vibe, you like their flow. You get to know them, and you know you got a woman that you living with. Why even go into that? And if you want to go into it, why not be honest from the beginning? Because what happens, I'm not saying what happened in that relationship or situation because I don't know. But what happens is I like you too. I like how you flowing. I like how your style is. I like how you make me feel. We spending quality time. We giving daily affirmations. We doing all these things. And now we done jumped into the freak flag flying. Okay. And now as a woman, I'm all emotional. I'm all feeling you. And now you want to tell me now everything is open. So I'm noticing certain things. I'm noticing patterns. I'm seeing things. And I'm asking you, what's going on? What's going on? And you're like, nothing. We good. We chilling. We good. Why can't it just be the way? Right. And now I'm saying to you, tell me the truth, because I'm not stupid. I'm feeling like I'm going crazy, because y'all know we all crazy. I'm feeling like I'm going crazy. And what I knew to be the truth that you never said to me is that you got a woman.
Right.
And now I want to slash your tires and put bleach on your clothes. Not me. Not me, but some of us women do those things. So I say, you cannot say what a woman can and cannot take the truth. Because what happens on the other end is where now we got the, we getting into all of this, that. So I say, why you got to lie, Craig?
Spare feelings.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I think it's situational.
True.
Yeah.
You don't want to break the heart of whoever it is. And sometimes it just happens. Like, you might be with a woman, and then I meet another woman, and the vibe is different.
So,
like,
aura.
Like, if I had this at home, I wouldn't even be out here in the first place, you know?
Right.
You in the gym, and Shorty in the gym, and she looking good, and she talking to you, and you talking to her, and then y'all leave and go get a protein shake, and then y'all sit there and y'all talking.
Whoa. Don't tell them too much.
Can't give it all out at once, bro.
Yes, please do so, Steve Harvey.
It's situational. Like, certain things it is. And, like, in my mind, I'm not even there to meet nobody.
Right.
But I'm in the gym, and she caught my eye, and I caught her eye, and we are talking.
Right.
I mean, I just use the gym because I'm going when I leave here. But it's that type of thing that, I don't, my home is fine, but if I had this at home, it would be even better.
Right.
And you get put in a box or a situation that you didn't even prepare yourself for. So now here it is, and it's 2-3 weeks that went by, and you done been to the movie. Now I can't go to my girl and tell my girl, like, I was at the movies with Shorty. I met at the gym. Now she want to go to the gym with me, and now she
come on, let's go.
And it, it just happens. So I don't think it's so much that we intend to lie. It's just something that, at the end of the day, we just get caught up in something that we didn't really plan for. Unless you're out there fishing, like, yo, I'm about to go to the gym, and I see Big Butt Brenda over there, and then I'm going to go give her my name, my number, and tell her I'm a personal trainer.
But even still, Mighty, Priest is saying it just happened. You know you have somebody at home. It didn't just happen. The eye contact, I got that. I've never been a person. I've never been a person to say that my man or a man can't look. We have eyes. I've never been that type. But for you to make the steps,
so
and the connection.
Facts. I don't think. Sometimes you don't even intend to do that, right? But because of circumstances, because of it might be you being unhappy in your situation, right? But because of certain circumstances, you're like, okay, I'm kind of here, right? So then within that circumstance, and you're living that life, and you're living in those feelings of, this is my life. You meet someone, right? And you meet someone that you're like, wow, I didn't think you could have this. Like, even when I thought I had this is not really what I had. It definitely ain't this.
Okay.
So here we go. Right? Now that's the first crossroads. So you think to yourself, do I say something now? Or do I enjoy this for a little bit longer? Right? So you say, I'm going to enjoy it for a little bit longer, because this right here is where it's at, right?
It goes 2 weeks.
Right.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It goes a month and a half.
Right.
And now you just down a road that you done came too far to go home and tell my wife or my girlfriend or who I'm living with, like, baby, I ain't never coming back.
That's like the situation I explained earlier. It's not that you want to hurt the person's feeling, but me personally, I just got tired of lying. Like, why you couldn't come over.
Yeah, I
got
mean, at some
tired of
point, as a
every
man, you
weekend
gotta
of
step
why
up
you
to the
couldn't
plate
come over
and figure
it's
out
like,
what you want.
You want to know the truth? Here's the truth. You can take it or leave it.
Mighty, you
I don't think. See, and I somewhat, I can't say that because at the end of the day, we're all human and we have feelings. So even when men are, like you said, Mo, while we're lying, when we're lying, sometimes it's not lying to hurt you.
This is lying to protect your feelings. Or
And
not to lose what we got.
Not even that. It's to preserve what we have.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because what we feel like at the time, maybe, I don't know, is that this might be better. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Until you man, you can it gets real deep, then it gets into the 80-20 and all that, right?
Yeah.
So, but I'm talking about the initial vibes, the initial thought process of why you're lying. And that's when it comes to I guess, like you said, cheating or stepping out, whatever, right? So yeah, so that's kind of how I feel. It's not the intent to just deliberately say, man, I see Mo over there looking like I'm gonna holler. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to chill with her. I'm trying to fake wife her up just to hurt her feelings. No, it don't.
That's not the intention.
No, that's not the intention.
And some of us just love, like we just love. You know what I'm saying? Like, or we like hard. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if home is good, then there's no reason for me to even step out.
Right.
And my lie, to me, might not be a lie. It's just not telling the truth. My father always said,
there you go. It's not exactly.
I don't understand that.
Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies.
Okay.
Who's the girl in your car right now? Well, where are you at that you can see the girl that's in my car?
So where are you?
She my coworker. Well, you don't believe that's my coworker.
Exactly.
You can't really see who it is, so you don't know who it is.
Right.
My coworker. I didn't lie. We might work together.
Exactly.
We might work together. That's all you need to know.
Possibility.
So, like I said, it's not a matter of lying. I just may not tell the truth.
Or the whole truth.
And I'll tell you no lies.
Or the whole truth.
How has social media affected our relationships? Even with our male friends.
Bad.
Let's change this. Let's change this real fast.
Okay.
Definition of what are we saying relationship? Because we got sexship, relationship, sexship,
friendship.
This section.
Yeah, sexship, techship, relationship,
wow,
friendship, ship.
It's a lot of ship.
It's a lot of ships.
So relationship, I want it to be, relationship is something that's ongoing. Something.
So you guys define to me what a relationship is.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but to me, a relationship is longer than a techship, a friendship.
Or a situationship,
sexship, and a ship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A cruise ship. That type of thing.
Gotcha.
It's something sacred. It means something. My text.
And if it means something, then you eliminate
all the other ships.
You eliminate all the other ships, but you eliminate how heavy or how social media plays a factor in your relationship. Because I think if it really means something, then you will already know that social media is a facade, it's fake.
Exactly.
Right? Not for everybody. It depends on what form you use it.
You know what I'm saying? You can still keep it real on social media.
However, for a relationship to work, just like they say you can't have everybody in your business, well, the social media, you won't have people in your business.
Don't post everything.
Right. So if it's a for real relationship where you want this to go somewhere, there's a goal at this, you know what I mean? There's a goal, like at the end I want to get married, I want all that. Yeah. I don't think social media is going to really be beneficial. But if it's like a situationship, techship, definitely if it's a sex ship,
that's not a relationship.
I'm gonna big my boo up on what was it the Monday or the
Women Crush Wednesday.
Well, yeah, all that.
But you know what?
I put you up.
You can't even do that these days, though, man. You can't even do that these days.
Why?
Woman Crush Wednesdays? Because you might lose a crush putting up a woman crush.
Yeah, but that's a sex ship and a tech ship.
Yeah.
Relationship wise, if I'm in a relationship, my Woman Crush Wednesday is my
woman.
Right.
Yeah. If I'm in a relationship, that's my my woman crush every day.
And then
not
like
just
if I want to
Wednesday.
be slick, I'll make like next Wednesday be my sister. The third Wednesday might be my mother, and then I throw a random girl in there.
And then they go, who are these girls? Ain't you in a relationship?
Stop telling them everything.
Yeah, don't let them wonder who are these women. You can't tell them.
Start calling
Now-
you Steve, man.
Exactly. Now they know. Now they know you're gay.
What's wrong with you, man?
These are just jokes.
That is so funny.
One
Oh,
thing
my
we don't
goodness.
want in 2020 and beyond, though, ladies.
Just jokes. Social
One.
media is terrible.
It's horrible.
Don't cheat to get back. That's no revenge at all. That's just dumb.
Really?
Yes, cheating is not a revenge.
Isn't that?
No,
Cheating
it's
is
not.
definitely revenge.
Yeah, no.
Definitely.
No,
Let
he's,
him
what,
go
he's,
there.
No, I'm
what
saying-
he's saying is
Wait, let me
that's not a way
finish.
to
Let me
get your
finish.
revenge.
I want to
Let me
hear
finish.
this.
Let me
'cause
finish.
He's been having some doozies tonight, so I want to hear this. Like,
It's not one. And just keep it real. Like, keep it real. If you want to date, say you want to date.
Why should
Don't-
the woman have to say what she
Because
wants?
if you're dating me and I'm thinking we're dating
right.
to be in a relationship, and you're dating just to date because you have multiple guys you're dating,
Right.
then
But that's communication, though.
But wait
keep
a
it
minute.
real.
See, this
Let
is
me
what I
know.
don't
Hey, I'm
understand.
dating.
How
I'm
is
not-
it that a man can date multiple people, but a woman cannot?
I'm not saying a woman can't date multiple people. Just don't let me be the one thinking that you're in a relationship.
You don't want to
me.
be the multiple.
No, I don't care. No. Don't act like we're in a relationship, but you're actually dating when you're not around me.
But you do the same thing.
No. If I'm single, we are all dating.
So rightfully
If I'm
so.
in a relationship and I meet a woman or a woman approach me, I'll let her know. You know what? I'm in a relationship.
Bone, stop it.
I love it. No, don't tell him to stop. I need to hear this.
Y'all say y'all want the truth, right?
I
And
want
let
the
y'all
truth,
decide-
Bone. I want the
Let y'all
truth.
decide if y'all want to pursue or not, right? If I approach a woman or a woman approach me, you got a woman? Yeah, I got a woman.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, but when you were younger, you didn't do that.
When I was younger, I was always
But you
single.
will convey the truth now.
When I was younger, I was always single, even in a relationship.
So this is all when you were younger.
Yes.
Okay.
And how old are you? And how old are you now?
So what's
I'll
younger?
be 42 in November.
All right.
Okay.
So when I was younger, so therefore we're going from middle school, high school, and college. And I would say up until I had my son.
Is when you said you and I want to talk about that. Love versus falling in love. Is there a difference?
Yes.
Love and being in
Oh,
love.
yeah, it's a major difference.
Yes, it is.
You know there's a difference.
It's a
Up
difference.
there.
for
It's
y'all.
a big
Miss
difference.
Radio host.
Same
When you
thing.
love-
I
when
don't
you're in
know.
love, when you're in love, you overlook everything.
Really?
When you love somebody, you see their flaws, and when you're in love, it's like Michael Bolton said: when a man,
Man, you
loves
are
a woman,
scarred to beyond belief.
Mighty.
Man, somebody.
Hey,
man,
believe
I'm
it or
trying
not,
to tell
I'm
you.
not even scarred.
Bro,
believe it
you
or
are,
not,
bro.
because I still love. And guess what?
I'm not.
I still love cancer women.
Cancer women.
Yes.
What that got to do with it? That's the opposite
The
side of
baby
your.
mother.
Of your
That's the baby
There you
mother.
go.
baby
I still
mother.
love cancer women. I still love cancer
well, I'm
women.
so glad y'all knew that and picked up on that because I missed
know,
it.
you
So,
know,
and that lets me know that there are some men out there who are scarred or affected by relationships and base their next relationships on
Off
that.
of, like-
So
Because
you
women
can-
do it. Because women.
Women do it.
No, you can't say y'all
Women
do it because
yes,
we do
yes,
it.
Yes,
Y'all do.
yeah, y'all do.
Y'all
it.
do.
Yeah, y'all
I-
do.
Is this a time where I can speak on behalf
Yes.
of some women?
No.
Speak on
I'm
behalf
just
of
saying.
yourself.
This is all about men right now.
Okay,
be
so
having-
I'm
No,
gonna
no,
leave that
no,
alone.
no,
No,
go
because
ahead.
I will
No,
leave
go
it
ahead.
alone.
Go
No,
ahead.
say it,
No,
say it,
go
say
ahead.
it.
Go
So
ahead.
what kind of
your
man
piece.
are you? What you mean? What kind of man? The man that's trying to get to know you.
Yeah, say your piece. What you got? Because we got questions for you. Too.
What's
Yeah.
your question? Okay.
Go ahead, say your piece. I got questions.
Regarding
What we was talking
What
about
you was
as
about-
far
you was about
as men being scorned and
Scorned.
doing
Don't
what
women
women
get
do
scorned?
and
women do get scorned, but here's the thing: women are more often than not, women are always open to love. We do not want to be by ourselves the rest of our lives. We are always open to love. So even if our children's father or our ex-husbands or our very first boyfriends hurt us, we're still willing and open to bring you into our life. We look at potential. We hear all the things that you want to do. We encourage you. We motivate you. We strengthen you. We're behind you. But then when we feel like we're not protected, when we're continuously lied to, when we may be cheated upon, these factors, after a while, break down into our emotionals. We either become emotional or we become emotionless, which is where you get into the cheating and or leaving, period, point blank. And I can't hear nothing that you're going to say. We're just coexisting. You can live downstairs, I can live upstairs. Long as we good, you bring your money, we good. As long as you respect me. I still may not even cheat, but I don't want to deal with you. So we women, we can still take on all the things that you men give us. And we may not turn the eye until you have just broken us all the way down through embarrassment, through ridicule, through disrespect. And then we make our move. But it's not until then. So that's why I say, do you guys test women? You know, is it something, are you holding something from other women? Possibly things that your mother may or may not have done to you. You know, we feel like we take all of that abuse along with how society treats you. As a black man, as it's hard for you to deal with any type of spirituality, as it's difficult for you guys to deal with employment, authority, you know what I mean? So all of that we deal with. Sometimes women make more money. We got to make sure we're making you feel manly because we make more money. You know what I mean? So it isn't until all of these things come down and more importantly, that we don't feel protected or that we have been lied to and cheated on repeatedly that we say enough is enough. And some women stick in there, especially our old school mothers, because men will always be men.
I was just about to ask you that. What if you have that mentality?
I don't.
And can't break your wall down.
Go ahead.
I don't.
It is, and I appreciate you for saying that. And you're absolutely right. Well, as a black men, we do not take care of our black women, and I can appreciate you saying that. And as far as a man being scorned, we have the same thing. We have the same wall, the same thing you're feeling is the same thing I'm feeling. The difference is I don't know how to express it the way you do.
Gotcha.
So when I get it and I'm feeling the same, I'm going through the same thing that you're feeling, doing the same thing you're doing, and in my mind it's the same exact thing, same level. But the problem is because I can't express it, then I come home and I dump on you. So now you have to take yours and you have to take a little bit of mine.
Yeah.
So in that sense, then I apologize because I didn't have to, because I don't know the outlet. I don't have the nurturing mentality or the spirit or the feeling. You know, you can plant a seed and I'm gonna destroy it because I don't know what it takes to help build it.
Interesting.
And that comes from upbringing as well. So
I was about to say,
you know. So we're scoring just like you. We're doing the same thing you're doing, and we're feeling the same thing that you're feeling.
Yeah.
But we just don't know how to communicate it or express it, or to even dislodge of it the way you would. Yeah, you're gonna go to the straw that breaks the camel's back. We don't. We not. I'm cheating. You getting on my nerves.
Or rolling.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't put up with as much.
Not at all.
Is that DNA or learned behavior or a combination?
It's definitely both. It's definitely both. And I think, and because it's just a part of what a man is. Okay, so let's keep it. This is crazy, but hear me out. It's a king of a jungle mentality. Okay, in any ecosystem or whatever, you have the king of the jungle and the king of the jungle. Even if you look at lions, right? They and just how animals behave, they just don't have one, right?
Right.
There's no monogamy with animals, right? When it comes to human beings, though, there's expected to be monogamy there, right? Okay. So it's interesting. I don't know why it's like this, but it's like this. For a woman, I can cheat on you plenty of times, right? And you, because there is some type of loyalty to a fault for you where you're like, he can change. And I'm going to stay with him. I'm going to stick this out. Right? But when you do it,
War, what number?
Because somebody done touched what's mine. You know what I'm saying?
Ego.
Now I cannot. So somebody that came into my kingdom.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's so that's why I mean it's a double standard.
Yes.
But it's just that's what it is.
It's a double standard, but at the end of the day, a woman can do everything a man does and still be looked upon as a woman. Just as well, a man can do everything a woman does, and for one example, a woman could go lay with 100 women and come back and still be a woman.
Okay,
a man,
help me.
Like Tank said,
I got you.
Bring it in.
Got what I'm saying?
I got you.
You go down one left field. Ain't no way I'm believing you a man after that, bro.
I got you.
Oh, I see where you're going with
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's certain things society would like us to think that we're equal in, or we can do the same things, but we can't. And I look at females like a bank, so to speak.
Oh man.
And when I say that,
Credit union or
no. Every time a woman lay with a man, she keeps a piece of his DNA.
I agree with that.
He leaves a piece of his DNA.
Okay.
I agree with that.
That goes both ways.
So that's one light where a woman can't sleep with as many men that she wants as a man would sleep with as many women that he wants and still be looked upon the same. Yeah, you're still a woman, but
there's labels attached to it.
Exactly. Like I seen him. Joint got shared the other day. Shorty was like, so I forgot what it was, but she was like, I guess my husband was real because he saw me get a train run on me by 9 dudes in college, and now he's my husband. And I'm like,
I don't know what Bones be watching sometimes, y'all.
Well, it's called social media.
That's true.
And I'm
So
like,
that's why sometimes you got to take a break.
And I'm like, why would she even put that out there?
Y'all, you know what? I can talk
when I
all
saw
night
that,
to
my
y'all
thing
because
was-
this is really going great. But hold on, let me ask you this, Bones and Priest and Mighty. When you guys were growing up, boys aren't supposed to cry. Get up. It's okay. Dust yourself off. Let me finish the question.
She's going there.
Boys aren't supposed to cry. But where do you guys get your strength? Because you were saying, Priest, you don't have that same emotional outlet. You don't have that way that you can convey what may be going on, not just with your lady, but with everyday things that's going on in life as a black man, as a man, as a father, as a mate. So where do you guys get that strength? Where do you guys find that connection?
It wasn't until I was older that I realized that it was okay to cry. And I laugh and joke about it, that real men cry in the dark and all this. It wasn't until I got older that I knew that it was okay. Even as a kid.
Did you ever see your dad cry?
I saw my father cry one time, and that was when my grandmother died. That was the only time. When I was growing up, my dad is Superman.
Yeah.
This guy here, I've never seen him cry until my grandmother died.
Okay.
When his mother died, that was the first time I had ever seen a tear roll down this guy's face.
Okay.
And he cried like a baby, but that's his mother,
right.
But as a kid, you teach your son not to cry. It's not that bad. Suck it up. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
I do. I'm guilty of that.
Even now, you know what I'm saying? He falls out. My son had jumped down 13 steps and not realize that was wrong.
Right.
And now he's crying. He's trying to figure out, why he's hurting. You just jumped down 13 steps.
Right.
So we are taught that, it's not that bad. It's not gonna, it's gonna be okay. And it's not your father that taught you that. It was your mom that said, don't cry. You're going to be okay. And she kisses your boo-boo and you go on about your business.
Interesting.
And now you're getting hit in the head again with a baseball bat because you're still doing the same thing that you got yourself injured for. So, as fathers, don't cry. Suck it up. Be a man. you 4 years old, 5 years old. You can't tell them to be
Right,
a man.
right.
So
Man
the
up.
man up.
Right,
the
man
nurturing
up.
part came from your mom. She puts the Band-Aid on. She kisses your boo-boo. You go back to playing. So it wasn't until I got older that you realize that things happen, and if you have a heart, then you have some kind of emotion. Most people that don't cry, they're serial killers, you know?
Right,
That type of stuff.
right.
So it wasn't until I was older that I knew that it was okay to cry.
I saw it growing up. Mostly because my father is a lover. Like, he loves hard, right? And it wasn't just, he wasn't just crying. He wasn't crying because of my mom or he got his feelings hurt or anything like that. It's because of different situations in life that have happened. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys ever been in church, but my family was very in church. So I used to
Sunday through Saturday.
Man, right here. So I used to see them cry in church, you know, sometimes, you know, and I'm just like, okay, so, but interesting enough, still, I think society instills that thing where we are not supposed to cry, that we supposed to toughen up and man up, you know what I mean, and not show our emotions a certain way. So, but I saw it, and I don't right now. I don't feel like it's wrong. I do feel like, if y'all want me to be real, I feel like it's weird if you see a grown man just openly crying,
Ugly face cry.
Is it? Am I alive? Like,
No. Yeah.
It's like it's got to be something extreme,
Right.
I feel like
It was different for me. I was allowed because, like I said, I was raised by my grandmother. So yes, I got the kiss on the boo-boo and the Band-Aid, but I also got, it hurts crying. Like, just don't stand there mad. Like, you know.
You were encouraged to
express my emotion. Guess what? You're going to cry, you're going to get over it, and you're going to be right back out there. So don't even come inside. As long as you have no broken bones and there's now extreme blood.
No extreme blood.
Don't come inside.
Yeah, those are.
I love that.
That comes with feeling, and to your crying in church. You know, those are tears of joy.
Right.
You know,
But you see that though.
Yeah. Those are different types of tears. Those are my best friend got married, and I'm feeling them,
but
and I'm feeling something.
But that's age. You got to learn that,
right?
Though.
Exactly.
'Cause at a certain age, you're looking at that like, that's crying. That's daddy crying.
That you still crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
okay. Yeah, so that's what I say. As I got older, is when I realized that those type of emotions,
right, are okay. Right.
Okay,
So
yeah,
then the
express
second
it,
part
yeah.
of that question is, where do you draw your strength when you're going through? You know, because we women, we can lean on each other. You know, we call our good girlfriend or our good Judy, you know, and we just express ourselves and we cry and they say, yeah, girl, you all right.
Go ahead and
Or,
say, you know where we get it from.
But what about you guys? Where do you get that from?
A woman.
Me, I have. Well, this might sound cliche, but
No, I'm right.
I have
Here comes
my
Bones.
brothers for that.
You have your
literally my crew. Like, we've sat down and have conversations where I've shed tears and they've shed tears.
Okay.
Because we're not just four guys who do music. We're once four strangers who are now brother.
Okay.
And a family, for the simple fact, when we met, none of us had kids. None of us wasn't married. Now, two is married. All four of us has kids. So it's like we've seen each other grow from young men to men. Where, like I said, I know me personally. I've had conversations where we sat down and I'm talking and it's just like.
So you have an outlet.
It just, my
You
brothers.
got an outlet.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
That's
and
not,
genuinely
and I can see that.
have
I've
an outlet where
right.
if I shed tears, I don't have to worry about it because I know I've seen my brother shed tears.
I've experienced that, Bones. Like I've been lucky enough to have friends that close, right? But it's not always been like that.
No,
you know what I mean. And and we got to talk about throughout, because where you grab your strength is not just now. What Mo was saying, it's not just now where you grab your strength.
Right.
You know,
It was
growing up. I mean, going through the trenches, trying
Yeah.
to figure out your way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You had to be tough. You know, you just had to be tough.
you know, you had to be tough. And then there was times when you were like, yeah, why me? Like, when am I gonna, you know, be successful?
Facts.
And you get what I'm saying? When am I gonna really, and you start to get emotional sometimes, right? And you start to, I need somebody to tell me that
it's going to be okay.
It's going to be good.
Like,
you doing your thing.
You.
Keep going. I got your back. And guess who? I know. You go to your lady. If not your mom.
Yeah.
Your lady. Women.
Yeah.
That's what you guys
get your strength. Get your guidance. Okay.
I mean,
you're the nurturer.
That's what you do.
Outside of my brothers, I have a female cousin and a female. You would say that's my best friend. That we talk like we can talk, and I express to them. They be like, "Really?" I be like, "Yo, I need to know. Like, I need this from a woman point of view. I need a woman to answer this, or you know what I'm saying."
I could talk to y'all.
I have that outlet. I would say, I guess a benefit for me where I do have two females in my life that I can talk to like that, and I have my brothers I can express.
I can talk to y'all all night. Okay. I swear to goodness. Last question. Seriously. Can men and women have a platonic friendship?
With each other?
Yes, with each other.
Yes. I would say yes.
Bone says yes. You say yes, why?
Because my best friend is female.
Okay. And you ain't never, ever wanted to jump on the other side?
Even if I wanted to.
No.
Do you want
to or not?
No.
Hey,
now
that's what we're talking about.
Genuinely friends. Like, really.
There was never a time that you wanted to?
In the past.
Okay,
let me explain. We started out talking. And then we broke
and she put you in the friend zone?
No, we broke up. Never had anything. Broke up and then found out she was a virgin, so we genuinely became platonic friends.
But
platonic.
Down the line. That's not the same. That's not the same.
You was trying to smash.
You was trying to smash from the
I would say she was my girl.
Right.
But then something happened. And we broke up.
That don't count.
But it never got to that point.
We're talking about, can a man and a woman meet and
just
from
be friends?
the day one
be platonic?
Yes, I would say yes.
What y'all think? Y'all don't think
no, are we talking about platonic in actions and thoughts, or just actions?
You can't be. You can't control a person's thoughts.
Okay.
Right? You can't control a person's thoughts. Yes. But I'm saying in actions, is it possible that this could be your friend, your road dog? Y'all can hang out, and there's absolutely nothing that's going to go on.
Yeah.
Unless she wants it.
I say
same though.
It's not the same unless she wants. So therefore, she's coming in with the mentality like, I'm gonna be your friend.
But Mo's
if
right.
You take it, I'm gonna give it.
No,
up to
listen.
Mo's right, because being platonic doesn't mean just.
There you go. See,
that means if given the opportunity at some point, right? Would you even, from your friend, your best friend, like you want to say, right? Would you do it?
Now,
can you be just friends with a woman?
No. I'm gonna say.
I say yes.
I'm gonna say no.
I say
no. Because I laugh and joke about men versus women. I do it all the time. This is a woman's world, not a man's world. No matter what you think,
it is.
We can find a woman and like a woman and want to be with a woman. If that woman does
not
choose you,
child,
you don't have a shot.
Friend zone.
You go straight to the friend zone.
Man, there's a lot of people in that dark room.
Now we friends. We best friends, because I can only be best friends.
Oh, we can be. Now.
We best friends until you that one time.
Right. So now here it is, and I'm thinking that you telling me we're just going to be friends, and you show up at my house in a trench coat and these high-heel pumps on.
Lord.
It changes the game, because now I was just thinking like you just was cool, but now
maybe you more than cool.
You got the yams out. Yeah, we more than just friends now. So I'm gonna say no.
Just that quick. We more than
I mean, not more than friends, but we about to do it. We got to get it in.
No, we not with me. We just friends.
Nah,
we are. Look, we are just. You come to my house.
No.
I'm gonna sit you down as a friend, and tell you, don't let this go nowhere else.
Like, know what you doing.
We only gonna do this
I
one
just
time.
knew it. I knew
We gonna
it
do this
was
one
Know what
time.
you doing.
But if it's good,
Because
then
we friends.
what if it's good? Though?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
we can still be friends. We
Y'all.
can be.
That's all.
Oh, my God.
But I'm
y'all.
gonna say no. My answer's gonna be no.
I can talk to y'all all
I'ma
night.
say yeah.
I mean, this conversation can go on
Until that one
and
time.
on. Men versus women can go
But then,
on.
can it go back to being friends after that one time? If you decide to cross that line.
No.
Of course
No.
not. Of course not.
No, because then we become emotional, and now you are automatically my boyfriend.
Especially if it's good.
Automatic.
In the word,
automatically.
in the words,
Especially if it's
in
good.
the words of Miss Nuki,
Mhm.
I just want a nut. So yeah, we can go back to being friends after that.
Sometimes, and y'all talked about situations. Sometimes you can get blinded. Like you my boyfriend now.
Oh yeah,
You're my
when it's
boyfriend.
good, y'all come out with that crazy. You know,
You're my boyfriend.
I
Right.
call it the
Sorry.
crazy war.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Never
what.
do this again
That's
with
what
two
happened.
Other women.
That's what
Okay, we can
happened
do it.
when you reach that crazy wall.
Yeah, that might get.
Females got a crazy wall, and that's when. Oh, I don't want to be friends no more. Come into play.
And that's
We're friends until you reach
Exactly.
that crazy wall. Once you,
What the devil is a crazy wall?
you know what it is. You can
any
say
little
that's your
tap,
boyfriend now.
anything on that wall, it could be just a speck on that wall. As long as you reach that crazy wall she got, you're no longer a friend. So what are we? I thought you said we were friends. You already right on my crazy wall. We not friends no more.
Anyway,
Bone
See?
crazy. Bone crazy.
I didn't
He
tell
crazy,
you.
crazy.
I didn't told you.
I'm just saying.
This is what I
Not
have to deal with
legally,
every
man.
Wednesday.
Not legally, dog.
It hasn't
Not
been
legally.
diagnosed,
Legally,
but
dog.
we
Not
we
legally.
we're thinking it's that way.
Nah, man.
Oh my goodness,
I'm gonna
y'all!
get somebody with PhD in.
Please do to diagnose him.
He got to get diagnosed.
To diagnose
And then
him.
somebody
Hey.
with an MD.
I'm a Sagittarius, man. We got many moods. You try to figure us out, it's not gonna happen.
We're not trying to figure you out.
We got too much moods. But I will say also, I'm different from the November Sagittarius. I'm a November Sagittarius. I'm different from the December Sagittarius.
Okay.
Let's get that clear right there.
Thank you so much, Bones, for that clarification. Listen, I am so glad that you guys rocked with us. And I have to tell y'all, Mom and Dad are out. That's why we just been doing what we wanted to do all night here at Ablazin Radio. Big up the entire team of Ablazin who is supporting Howard Theater right now. They are watching and listening to the wonderful and incomparable Taurus Riley, who is in the D.C. We were supposed to be there,
Such
but
a
you
good
know,
conversation. See, this is
great conversation.
why we're called Community Voice.
That's right. That's right. And you can hear us here every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Ablazin Radio. Listen, you can download the free Ablazin Radio app. It is for iPhone and Android users. So we're all a team, okay? It doesn't matter. And anyway, no, I ain't even going to go there about Android and iPhone. I'm going to just let y'all know. Also, log on to www.ablazinradio.com. It is such an interactive website. You can also call us from the website and
Yes, you
the
can.
app, all right, as well as giving us a call 240-949-2289. I know you guys wanted to call in, but you just wanted to chime in on Facebook, and I want to big up and thank all of you guys: Troy, Ardania, Eddie,
Real
Al,
Warrior, big up yourself.
Real Warrior, Hollywood, I
Stiletto,
see you,
Lady
Michael,
Coco,
everybody.
Chinese
We
babes, big up
appreciate you
yourself.
guys so much for liking and sharing and liking and sharing. DJ Mighty, where
What
can
up?
the people
What up?
follow
What
you,
up?
find you, and what's going to happen with you this weekend?
So just follow me at DJ Mighty, DJM1GHTY on that's Instagram, and then Facebook, DJ Mighty Crone. Stay tuned for where you can find me, where I'm going to be. Some things is happening.
All right.
All right.
We like when big things are happening.
Praise.
You can find me on all platforms as Grandman 1126. That's Grand GRAND Man MAN 1126. I'm on Facebook, Twitter,
The whole gamut.
all of that.
Y'all, and this is the man versus women, honey. You gonna get your laugh on. And make sure you join him on Tuesdays for Tuesday Titties. It's a fun time. It's a fun time, okay? If I like it, I know y'all will love it. DJ Firebone, where can the community find you and follow you?
Well, I am Wexler Booker. the real Wexler Booker. You can find me IG at DJ Firebone592, and where you can find me starting Saturday. Well, first you can find me here each and every Wednesday on Community Voices. Keep it locked. Thank you. And starting Saturday, the 29th, you can catch me, DJ Mighty, DJ Stiletto, DJ Goodaz, DJ Shanghai. We're all going to be in Po' Boy Gym. Temptation Saturday.
Can I be in the promo? Temptation Saturday.
It's going to be a Temptation Summer.
All right, big up yourselves. Listen, and I am MoMo Love. You can follow me on all social media, MoMo Love 1229, MoMo Love, or Community Voices. Big up our 35 subscribers on YouTube. You can check this show and all of our other past shows out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you'll know when Community Voices is on. Listen, I wanted to let y'all know that MLK says that our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And as I say each and every single week, remember to use your voice, community, and we are out.
Patrice again. We go kill him with the wine, girl. Kill him with the wine, girl. Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl. Where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl. Where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash.
What you call that sauce? Guy now I make man what he cause. Cause them want me single. Them man want to mingle.
Where you are? Lose this. Want to taste some sweet juice. Hey, I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride. Splash.
Body wet up. Wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash. Body wet up. Wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby.
Everywhere you see me, I blossom in looking dreamy. I bet you see in this steam there, and it's walking my tail.
What you like? Looseness? Want somebody juicing? I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride.
Splash. Body wet up, wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash. Body wet up, wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble.
For the love of Calypso, oh, I say we are pinda. Is the love of the tempo? Oh, I say we are pinda. For the love of Calypso, for the love of the tempo. Mama used to say, son, stay. Don't teach you your gifts away. For the thing come from far. So far, far, far. From way up in Africa.